it. Hey guys, my name is Jason David Frank, and I play Bloodshot on Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe. You're watching Vanquished, the only live Valiant Universe RPG show, right here on Hyper RPG.
All right, so the group starts off outside the Living Water Fellowship Church, next to the M&M grocery store in Whiteface, Texas. The town has called an emergency meeting to discuss what to do about the private military group that's headed that way, according to the Sheriff Department of Lubbock, Texas. Just a matter of hours ago, a helicopter landed on local farmer Mert Blackwell's property and attacked Wren. As they were doing so, DePower Group,
Group.
Okay.
Group, it's spelled like group.
Like what?
It's spelled like group.
It's spelled like group.
It's spelled,
G-R-U-P.
yep, that's group.
Like group.
Group.
The power group.
The power group.
We are group.
It's
Great,
spelled like group.
great. While doing so, DePower Group was there to rescue her, bringing down an entire troop of Omen soldiers and a helicopter as well. After doing that, on your way to the closest town with the help of Mr. Blackwell, you guys were dropped off, Ren and DK, at a local veterinarian's to fix your busted testicle, while Karen and Noah made their way to find some money. Along the way, they lost signal with Jay, and there's been no sign of Jay, and I'm pretty sure you all left his body outside of the veterinarian's clinic, or inside the vet clinic. You did bring him in, but he was left there last we saw. After losing contact with Jay and making your way over to M&M grocery store, you saw a robbery in progress taking place by that of a clown, and what we now learned to be a dupe of a young child, tricking you into thinking he was being held hostage, but the clown and the young child had... It made sense in the moment, guys. It really did. It sounds absolutely ridiculous when you're recapping it. But yeah, it was a clown and a small child. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The chat room voted for it. That's why it was a clown. And, yeah.
Thanks, chat.
Great.
Thanks.
Oh, I hate clowns.
After doing so, Officer Pete, after congratulating you all and knowing who you were, everyone in this town knows of DePower Group, given your social media status, national news status, and currently wanted terrorist status. To their surprise, though, you're not terrorists. This was something they weren't expecting. You're just kids. And on that note, you're also heroes to them. Limited worldview. They decided to call this emergency town hall meeting to discuss what to do in the event that Omen arrives, and they most definitely will. At the moment this town hall meeting was called, there are 2 hours. 2 hours, estimated, according to Officer Pete. Mert Blackwell, who called the town hall meeting, stands at the pew, head of the church, basically reminding everyone, these are not terrorists, these are just kids. I'll be damned if some mercenary group outside of the jurisdiction of the government comes in and kills people on American soil without due process.
Okay. So, like we have all discussed, and then there is an asterisk at the top of the panel that says, see Reddit thread issue number.
No, see, a woman from the back stands up. You know, I figure we all should split up and have them stay in different houses, maybe? Maybe you guys can just stay in different houses? And I think I heard somewhere that Noah chick, that Noah chick, she can communicate with the rest of y'all, and there's no need to get in touch with each other. So maybe if we're all in different houses, it wouldn't be a big deal. No need to use phones or internet, and it keeps everybody laying low. And also it might throw them off trying to, find everybody in one spot.
I don't know. I think that it's dangerous to break up.
Yeah.
Like, Rin, I might need you to boost our power.
Yeah.
Another individual blurts out, what about hiding them at the mill?
Where's the mill?
A couple of the silos are empty. It probably never even occurred to those city folk that you could just crawl right in them.
I totally agree that maybe having cell phones and stuff might not be the most helpful, but they do know that we're already here. Do you think it would be an awful idea if we, I don't know, like streamed this? I mean, I think people need to see what's happening, especially if Pete's there and can let everyone know that we just stopped a robbery, that we're not terrorists.
That's true.
I mean, I want people to see.
Yeah, there's that like the lights or lights clean stuff. No, the thing when you get like, you know, like when it's bright outside and like that makes everything. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. That's the stuff.
So another individual, Mr. Blackwell points at him. Jay, pistol, go ahead. All right, so somebody's going to capture this on film, right? I mean, we all have cell phones, so how about each of us does our own little part to, when we can,
Yeah.
stream it to Facebook or something like that. I mean, the signal's not great, and we don't have free Wi-Fi here or anything like that, but, you know, we got to get some video of these goons coming in guns a-blazing, and we'll show the whole world, you know?
Yeah.
This awful bullshit that they're up to, and I bet that'll get all viral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, this is very true. I think that is a good plan. I do think we should split up a bit. I don't think we should all go in separate houses, but I do think there should be an A team and a B team. Because we need to pinch these guys. We can't come at them from the same direction. We know how a turret works, right? It's been used on us about 2 times now. So if we're split and we're pinched and they are in the middle, we come out from both sides.
Well, what I was thinking was that we should get everyone's cars, if you guys are willing to. We can get everyone's cars and put them in the center of town, creating a barricade, and then bottleneck Omen when they're coming in. Once they're bottlenecked, you know, we'd be able to use the cars as cover. We'd be able to use buildings as cover. If we're in an area where there's like a second story of a building, people can snipe from up there. Also, if you take care of Ariel, because you're the only one who can fly right now, in a way, you know, you could help us take out the helicopters just like before. And then the rest of us will be on the ground.
And also we need sugar. We need a lot of sugar.
While you're saying all that, a individual kind of hands you a kind of like a fanny pack with pixie sticks in it.
Holy shit, that's a lot of pixie sticks.
There you go. All right, so you reckon you're suggesting you have a flyer on, but wouldn't that also give away your position nearly immediately if we got? No offense, but we don't have flying black men around these parts, so I don't know if...
Yeah, that's very true. Look, there's a chance we can try to do this without bloodshed. I do believe that not only will trying to maybe duck them out, see if these types will pass by, ask and run, but also be near, because like many of you are showing, I'm not that confident, but I want to say that we at least tried not to kill anyone before we start killing people.
Yeah, but what? And this individual kind of stands up from the middle of the church. This individual goes by the name of Damoon.
Damon rolls.
Damon rules.
DM ruse.
And what if you do go on to kill some innocents, huh? You know, you all don't have control of what all's going on inside of you, so sorry, but you know, I'm not going to pull the handle, switch train tracks here. I'm just walking away. I'm out. You want to stay and fight? Fine. You'll just be branded as extremists, and the media and everyone will agree the Whiteface incident was a case of putting down a rabid dog for its own good, and I'm sure St. Pete will pat you on the back, though. I'm getting the fuck out of here. As he gets up and just walks out.
I don't want anyone to stay if they feel like they should leave.
If you feel you are unsafe, I would never ask you to enter this fight.
Because you are unsafe. It is unsafe to stay here.
Okay.
I mean, as a town, you guys.
No,
have
I mean, I want
collectively-
them to know.
Yeah,
it is
okay.
unsafe.
Yeah, it's true, but
DK, what? It is unsafe. There probably will be bloodshed. And, you know, I felt like I said that from the beginning, but what else are we going to do?
We could either leave or stay, but if everyone's willing to fight, we have to work together.
That's why I think it's important that at least some of this is captured on video, because I don't want the narrative changed against us.
And I'd like to remind everybody, and as Officer Pete kind of steps up, I will be taking whoever wants to leave town out of here. We're going to head west. They're coming from the east. We'll get as many people out as we can. We'll head west. We'll grab a couple of the buses from the high school, and we'll just start heading west until everything calms down. Anyone that wants to leave is more than welcome to leave. No one's required to stay here. We're not asking anyone to put their lives on the line.
Yes.
This is not a request.
This is true.
Yes.
Also, Fedor with the number 42 jersey on, and Harry Tick, you guys were talking about scavenging that helicopter, seeing if there's any weapons you can use. I think that's a great idea. I've actually broken it up into phases. Phase 1 is to hide and try and spare the bloodshed. Our beautiful white-faced residents will try hashing it out, playing it normal while we are hiding. In this phase, we'll have 2 power group teams split across the street from each other, hidden. While a select few townsfolk, Harry Tick and Fedor in the number 42 jersey, can go scavenge the helicopter. Maybe find a mechanic in the town who can bring tools. And then in phase 2, which...
Can we start phase 1 right now? We only got like an hour and a half.
Yes,
Like,
so yeah, y'all head out, y'all go scavenge right now.
those two exit.
Okay.
The
Phase
church.
2, if they want to fight, the 2 teams will pinch him because we will be on both sides. We pinch them from the side, and we have the element of surprise because while they may know we are here, they will not know
Excuse
where
me,
we are.
Mr. DK?
Yes.
I'm trying really hard to follow you. I'm sorry. I just don't really understand your accent. Did you say pinch?
Yeah, we pinched him. We pinched him. Pinch
Pinch.
like a pinch. Pincher.
Pinch.
Like pinch.
Pinched him.
Like sandwich
Pinch.
them, right?
Oh, okay.
Like pinch him. So
I'll
from
sit
the
back
two
down. I'm
sides.
sorry.
It's okay. We
Like
pinched
sandwich
him.
them.
And we should, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna come out. We're gonna be streaming this. So we do kind of have to think of like the, what does Olivia Pope say? Optics. We have to think of the optics. So we have to come out unarmed, I think.
Okay. But I know Ray Rick had a good idea earlier in the meeting about you drawing a Titan, like from the anime Attack on Titan.
Look, you
A
don't
giant-
have to listen to him. He's not. He gets ideas in his head. You
But
don't
I'm
have
saying,
to take him
if
seriously.
Rin supercharges you, you could probably get a big.
Have you ever seen me draw a Titan? I was supposed to
They're
meet with
pretty
I was
simple,
supposed to
they're
meet with
just-
this art guy, but I don't know. And I also don't want like some innocent dude, making $11.60 a day to.
Wait. And an individual stands up from the back. You're the person that called?
Hi,
Fuck. Shit.
Javier. Javier.
Yes. I'm Javier Monroe. And everyone in the church starts laughing. Shut the fuck. Yeah, I am Javier Monroe.
What's your actual name?
That there's Zach Eubanks. He's that art guy that lives outside of town. We don't pay much attention to him. You can call me Javier.
No, I think I'm gonna call you Zach.
No, you can call me Javier.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna call you Zach. I'm the one paying $11.60 a day. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and call you Zach.
You're only getting paid $11.60.
That's the. I'm sorry. Blame Craigslist rates. That's all that the market here will afford.
We don't have any money.
Well, what would you draw? What do you think would work?
Well,
Titan.
I can't because I can't draw too many. I can't draw multiple things. If I draw more than one thing, then the other thing goes away.
Draw an automatic targeting turret.
Which you have Professor Dan. Is there a way that we come out with unarmed, like you said, because of optics, but you have Wally as a shield standing ready in case they fire at us? Is that a possibility?
Or a Titan as a shield, ready.
If I'm gonna draw a Titan, then I'm gonna need Zach's help. And if I'm gonna do Wally, I've got to
Hazard pay.
hazard pay.
Hazard pay.
25% on top.
That's $13.
That's $13.
Thank you for doing the math. It's gonna be more than that.
35%. I go over and we huddle up.
Double the pay.
nigga, you crazy.
Hazard pay.
Time and a half.
He might die.
I might die.
No, that was just for her.
Noah!
Wow.
I forgot to do it
goodness.
internally.
Just ruin up the business deal here.
Okay. It's coming from you. Double the pay.
$23 a day.
Not forever.
Yeah, because the hazard goes away after today.
Yeah, after the hazard goes
How are
away,
you
then
going
there's
to
no more
teach her in
hazard.
such like an anxiety-inducing situation? Are you going to like guide?
I was
Are you
thinking
gonna,
he
like,
could ghost me.
Are you going to
Where he would
her?
like, you just like put your arms around me
Yeah.
and like move my hand.
Then
$5
that still
extra an
counts.
hour for touching.
What? Why? I feel like it should be discounted then.
Well, also like
Yeah, like you get to touch all this.
That's a blessing.
how would you?
My
draw
hair
Titan?
smells like strawberries. I ain't even had a shower in like a couple days.
It's a very fine elite club that has gotten to.
Ghost me.
$5 up front right now.
Yeah, we got $5.
DK, give us $5.
DK, give us
DK, give us $5.
DK, give us
DK, give us
I don't
$5.
have-
DK, give us
I
$5.
don't have $5.
Rin, give us $5.
I reach into DK's pocket.
I get to sing Unchained Melody while we're drawing.
We're all gonna die anyway. Just give me the fucking die. And he walks out of the church. Okay, now that that's over with, can we get back to the plan?
Okay, phase 2 after the beach. We jump out, and then hopefully the scavenging crew will be back in time with the goods.
I'm taking notes here, but I keep writing down beach instead of pinch. I'm
Pinch,
Beach,
yeah.
Pinch.
beach, beach.
gonna underline it.
So
So here's the most important part, is phase 3. If this all goes, I want the rest of the town people to be able to escape, which means, Noah, you're going to have to suggest him to land the plane and not just crash it and blow up.
I normally suggest they turn around.
Okay, well, let's suggest they landed. I'd like to have a helicopter for all of us to escape.
do any of us know how to fly a helicopter?
I was hoping someone here in the town knew how to fly a helicopter.
Does anybody know how to fly a helicopter?
We have a couple of veterans. I
Vets,
don't know
right?
if they're aerial.
I'm gonna roll for that.
If anyone knows, then you could just like. You could just like
Can you
learn it.
learn from other people?
I don't know. I haven't tried that before.
Unfortunately, there are no helicopter pilots.
But you can learn from the actual pilot.
I guess I could tell him what to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that works out fine too, because then
That's
they'll be
fine.
more expert than.
A servant.
And maybe they'll know where like food and stuff is, because we're gonna be so hungry.
Oh, you all need food?
Yeah, I mean that would be great before we go into battle.
Fuel up.
Yeah. I would love.
I think everyone here should probably who plans on staying, and then obviously we need food for the people.
I mean,
that
we
are...
really only have an
going.
hour. We should food. We should think about food later.
Well, I was thinking one person could bring food while the rest of us keep planning.
Yeah, just like any Soylent or some chips or
What?
chips. I meant
Chips.
chips.
Okay, chips.
Or just like anything.
I think under the circumstances we'll just go raid the grocery store and be right back.
Wait,
And
is that cool? Who owns the grocery store?
who owns it?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I thought it.
Does anyone here own the grocery store?
Anybody know who owns M&M?
What's the?
Are you guys just working for nobody?
Yeah, who do you report to? Well, I mean, I got the checks get sent in from Dallas. I don't know. It's probably like a
Franchise?
yeah.
Jerry Jones.
If it's a conglomerate, I feel okay with this. Maybe more taking it.
I mean, I don't care. We're gonna die anyway, and we did just get robbed. I mean, you stopped it, but we can justify that, right? They took a bunch of chips.
That sounds great. Let's do that. I want to eat.
Okay, heroes don't steal.
What? We can.
No, it's a
fully
gift. It's a
intend-
gift. It's a gift. We should.
Here, you know what? We'll just
yeah,
draw.
you know what?
We'll leave a
Listen.
bunch of IOUs,
No,
and we'll
this-
keep
this
track of
feels
everything. We'll keep track
Like
of everything
a
that we
real
need.
reach, Karen. I feel like you are trying to fill this void with another void.
They're just giving it
They're
to us.
giving us food.
They're just.
Don't worry about it. It's not a big
Don't
deal.
shoot that gift horse in the mouth.
We could write a bunch of IOUs and then pay him back.
Yeah, that'll work. Just write. Don't draw them. Just somebody else. Write the IOUs.
Oh yeah, someone else should probably definitely do
And
that.
we'll take care. Okay. And he exits the church as well. You're now left with about 15 individuals.
So we haven't really picked a location in which we're gonna plan our attack or our defense. Right now we're at the church, right?
Yes, you are at the church right next to the M&M. It is just down the street from M&M Grocery on North Taylor Street.
The
It's
First
not
Baptist.
labeled. It's not labeled on the map. It is literally right behind M&M Grocery, on the corner of 4th and Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay.
That is where you currently are.
I mean, can we go with the plan of luring them into town so that we could use the buildings as cover?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, and beached it.
So, I think like North Taylor and East 3rd, right in the center of town.
Yes.
Because that looks like there's the most cluster of buildings.
Yes, I like that a lot.
And then, how do you want to pinch them? Maybe we can come in from North Taylor and then South Taylor, and then pinch them in the middle of of 3rd Street if they're coming in from
Yes,
the
I feel
east.
like someone should stay in the north side houses, and
Yeah.
then the other person stay in the south side houses. And that way, we can look out the windows, make sure everything is.
Officer
Yeah.
Pete kind of sits in.
Hey, bud.
I hate to play devil's advocate here, but if we are actually trying to hide you, if we create a barricade in the town, won't it be pretty obvious that
Yeah, I think
there's
yes.
something going on?
Yeah, I think no barricade.
I mean, let's ignore. You know, the call that came in for me, of the robbery, had no mention of powered individuals. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been just me showing up. The best we figure, this is some sort of reaction to what happened on Blackwell's farm. So,
I mean, weren't people just posting about us just now too? So they're also seeing it on social media.
no, nobody's posted anything.
No, but they were taking pictures of us outside.
There
of
are
M&M.
pictures, and we're ready to start streaming all of this. But at the moment, it's possible they're gonna head to that farm.
Okay.
I don't. It's too open. That farm area is just too open.
It's
Yes,
way
but
open.
There are now 2 people at the farm right now.
Oh God. Oh, is Mr. Blackwell at the farm? Did he go
No,
back?
I'm right here.
There you go.
He's here.
I was like, he didn't.
No,
Yeah,
he didn't
remember-
leave.
It was Heretic and
Harry Tick.
Let's take this slowly.
Heretic and Fadior.
Here's my idea. We have people in their cars, stationed in their cars, parallel parked on the street, and as soon as we give the signal, that's when they pull all of their cars into the middle of the street, bottlenecking and funneling all of the soldiers who are coming through.
And they can stay hidden in their front seats.
Exactly. So the cars aren't there.
I mean, they should probably
blocking
get the
the
hell out
street.
of those cars after
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the danger.
So how about you create?
Oscar, you got any extra cars you can give out? Yes, that's okay.
How about you create smokescreen by if you jump up really high, land, and then just create like a smokescreen in the middle of the street because of all
I
the
could
dust.
also just light tires on fire.
You can light tires, but that'll take too long. Tires don't light on fire right away. We
Oh,
might
with
need an
enough
explosion.
gasoline, yes.
Okay, all right, cool. Let's just do that then. But we can create a smoke screen that way everyone can run away and get to safety, and then we can cover fire. Like everyone else can have cover fire, and then us 4 will just kind of figure out what next. It really depends. We don't know how many people are coming in,
What do you
how many
think?
helicopters there are.
What are you thinking, Noah?
I don't know. I feel like maybe if we think that they're going to go to the barn first, then I can be there. You can boost me, and I can maybe suggest that they disarm themselves. I know we could tie them up. I could suggest they freeze. You know,
It's a really high risk.
it's an extremely high risk. But I don't know. I could be the first one there.
Now again, you all are putting yourselves in the action. Like, shouldn't action be the last thing that happens? Shouldn't hiding be the first thing?
I mean, if
And
we,
action is a backup plan?
it's true.
Okay, this is true, but I would love to have someone watching the farm. So I
watching
will,
the farm.
We have to make sure that Harry, Tick, and Theater in the 42
Yes.
jersey are
They're
safe.
already well on their way.
They're
Yeah.
back. Okay, they're coming
No,
back.
they're on their way there.
Okay,
so,
then they can't.
I just want.
And I mean, that's 4 miles south of town. Like, if you all get cut off there, anybody gets cut off there, that's a one-way road in, a one-way road
So
out.
how do we bring them?
Too high. I mean, someone give them a call right now and be like, never mind, come back. But Omen's an hour away. So
Well,
as
here's
long
the
as they get back before that hour, and if it's 4 miles south, then that means they're coming in from the south, not the east. Either way, we should block off the west and northern part of those streets, Taylor and 3rd.
Look, we can hide, and that can be the first thing that we do, but I'm saying I wouldn't expect mercy from them.
Yeah, we all saw the video.
Okay, then here's what we do. Noah and Rin, you stick together. If you feel that you need to go to the farm, Noah, you'll get boosted. I'm sure Mrs. Skelly inside you can make you run super fast.
Here, take this.
Excuse me.
I hand
As
her
an
the
individual kind of walks through the crowd a little bit, who'd been standing in the back. Hi, I'm Kotev.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
I don't really talk much around here, and I don't feel like I have much room to talk here anyway. But I'm real grateful for what this town has done for me, and welcoming me in over the past couple years, and let me work as a farmhand. And what I'm trying to say is, everybody here is like a family to me, and seeing this today, and I haven't really been truthful with everybody in the town, and I'm a Psyot too,
Okay.
like you all.
That's great.
Yeah, what can you do?
Yeah.
What are your powers?
One of Black was, oh, thank God, we just thought you were gonna be one of those kids that shoots other kids and stuff like that. You're keeping to yourself all the time. No, this is great news. All right. Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize people would be so accepting of me. My power it's like telekinesis. So, you know, when you see in movies and stuff, people moving stuff with their mind.
Ugh, of course you can. I mean, that's great. That's a great power.
Well, I can do that, but kind of not exactly. I gotta have some piece of that thing to make it move. Like
So if you have
like
piece of-
that wooden pew there. As he points over to one of the pews, and pulls out a little piece of wood from the floor next to him. He's like, so I can take this piece of wood and I can think of that pew in my mind while I'm touching it, and anything I do now with this piece of wood happens to that. As he then lifts it up above his head, and the entire pew lifts up into the air.
So you
it's just
kind of
kinda
have
hovering.
like object voodoo.
And just brings it back down as
Oh
it
my
slams
God.
on the ground.
What about?
I reach into
We
my
need to get
hair
it. Yeah, what
underneath
about-
my wig, and I pull out a couple of my real hairs.
What about people?
And I hand it to him. Just like, holy crap!
As all her hair goes flying. Sorry.
I
Wait,
grab
can
for
you
my
make
wig.
her whole body go up?
I've never really tried it with people before. I'm usually trying to.
What if I lick you?
What?
Just like, blah.
No.
Then you have like my DNA.
I don't. No.
I have an idea. We need
Like
to get
sexy licking.
We need Harry
Boundaries.
and Harry and the guy with the jersey to come back with a piece of the helicopter. Then he can control the helicopter.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess if you gave me a piece of the same metal from a helicopter, I could probably
This is
move it.
You are amazing.
But I could also maybe move the cars without people in them too.
that would also be great.
Can you
You
do
could
both?
like just scrape some of the paint or something off. I don't know how that would work.
I could just take something from inside the car and think really hard and
Cool.
maybe move the car so nobody gets hurt.
Okay. So you
Seriously,
can use
just
the
like let me look like a little bit right here, so I can like just try
I'd
it.
rather you not.
There's so many. We can do. My brain. Okay, we can do so many things, boyo. Okay, we need to get pieces of literally anything that is like bigger than a table and give it to him, and then you are just gonna be the best. You're gonna be amazing.
I've never really pushed myself that. I've always tried to hide what I do. I usually just play around with stuff in my room.
That's fair.
It's okay. We'll work together. This is gonna be great.
Do you have a backpack or anything that you can put all the stuff in? Because you're not gonna be able to carry it just like that, or like a shopping bag.
I could probably find one.
Yeah, we should find you a backpack so you can have
Okay.
something to put all the stuff
I'm
in.
Yeah.
sure that some of the kids have some here at the church.
If we can get you like just pieces of stuff, like nuts and bolts and like, I don't know, piece of wood and definitely that piece of helicopter. Someone tell those guys, Heretic and the other guy.
Do they have a cell phone on it?
Yeah, do they?
Yeah, someone call them. Tell them to bring back a piece of metal. Oh man.
Is that
what
safe,
else?
or do you think those are being monitored?
Oh, and a piece of uniform too. If there's any uniforms, maybe he could lift up the Omen soldiers by their uniforms and throw them.
Yeah,
give
is
them
that
giant
something you
wedgies.
should do?
Officer Pete steps forward. Well, I figure Heretic's got himself a police scanner, so maybe I could do a little bit of, just to avoid the possible situation where they might be monitoring phone lines, NSA, shit like that.
Yes.
I'll just throw out a little hint over the police scanner, hope that they hear it. That might be the best course of action.
All right.
Thank you, Officer Pete.
I think now we really got to start figuring out our starting move and get into position, because I think we've burned through a lot of time.
So first thing we do is hide.
All right. So
All of us? But Rin, you and I are sticking together?
Yes.
Okay. And I think I should stick with him too. He should come with us.
Okay, well,
I can definitely
hang
use him.
on. Kotev, I think that you should be in this too. So I can do a group link, right? Because we're not going to be together.
Oh.
We should do that.
What's a group link?
What's that?
Oh, so it's basically I also can do stuff with my mind, and I can talk to people and suggest things, and if that's right, you weren't here. So basically, I can link us together so that when we're far apart, we can still hear each other.
Oh wow. Okay, that's so useful.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't need cell phones then.
You should probably you should eat some of those pixie sticks for just like real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I just take out one and guzzle it.
Start guzzling the pixie stick. Okay.
I feel like this isn't great for my blood sugar.
No, it's
all-
really
yeah.
not. But it's better for
Right.
your other things, your brain sugar.
Kotev, do you want to be in it?
Okay. I'm really nervous.
It's okay.
Okay. All right.
It'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ignore any weird shit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Anything that comes up, it's just to help.
Bonding.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And I need a roll for my group
Okay.
group link.
Go ahead and roll that with a d12.
Oh hell yeah.
My hands
Roll
are
your
so
power with a
cold.
d12.
Holy crap.
I know, that's why I'm drinking tea.
13.
Perfect. As you all link hands and go to form your group link, the rest of the people in the church kind of back up and bow their heads and begin to pray as the group of you all join hands.
Whatever you need.
The second you all touch and Noah puts her head down, you are transported in a second to a black void, disconnected from the rest of the group. As you hear a laugh,
Oh my gosh, not you again.
and you hear the sound of this screech owl come rushing in, as you hear the sound of wings flapping from all directions.
I'm sorry, I'm very
You
Bruce
can't
Wayne.
talk to anyone.
We're all
No one is
okay.
able. You're all under right now, in the dark place, the sunken place, as you are in this black void, unable to hear anything in the outside world other than the sound of the wings flapping and laughing.
Fucking told her to eat some sugar.
You all brought me something sweet.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going, Marionette?
As you speak, each of you hear the voices of the others echoing throughout the darkness, but you're unable to see them.
Noah, eat
Where
some
am
fucking
I?
sugar.
I did!
Where am I?
It's okay. It's okay. We're here. We're all here.
Did you not get the pixie sticks that Noah ate?
My stomach acid might be a little low. It might take a minute.
You think you can just con me with sugar?
I mean, yeah,
Yes?
that's like your whole thing.
Yeah.
With something sweet? What are you not?
Huh?
Something sweet.
Something sweet like blood?
Noah, eat some more pixie
Something
sticks.
sweet like you,
Oh,
Rin.
no. What do you mean?
It's okay. It's okay.
Can you roll a d12 for me?
Uh-oh.
No, no.
Uh-oh.
Wants to be eaten.
She doesn't listen to me.
10.
There's something strange about you.
I don't know what you mean.
You are not what you speak of.
What am I then?
I do not know. But I will find out with Noah's help. DK,
Yes, Marinette.
I aim to kill you.
God,
Oh,
no.
I
Just
know.
always just I'm gonna kill DK.
She is not that's not a part of me.
I know.
She has her own goddamn thoughts.
If Noah didn't think so strongly of you, you'd be dead already.
No. I have a feeling you will be loving me soon enough. Just you wait.
Can you roll a d12 for me?
Don't be a
6.
troll.
I rolled a 20.
Yeah.
As you say that, all of a sudden, before you finish the entire sentence, your voice stops coming out of your mouth inside your own head, and your thoughts almost get cut off in a flash. All of you disconnect in that moment. As you're all looking at each other, you are unable to speak. As you look at the rest of the group, no words come out.
She doesn't listen to me.
DK.
Is that real?
Yeah, it usually goes a
A
lot.
lot better when she's not there. I've never done it since I had
Can you
her.
roll a d12 for me?
Yeah. I've never done it. I got an 8.
Marionette took my voice.
What'd you get?
8.
So everyone in the group besides DK is now linked to you mentally,
That's not
but Marinette is in there with you. But you are all linked.
Marionette is in there with us.
Mhm.
Great.
Can you guys hear me?
Whoa.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Whoa. That sounds weird.
Oh, hey.
What was that voice? What was what was
Oh, it's
that
my
voice?
Loa. She's it's Jabberwocky about me.
Can you
Listen.
read that out loud for everyone?
Ask Jabberwocky about me.
He's taunting Marionette, like, ask Jabberwocky about this.
I'm not Marionette, okay? She does her own thing.
So we're
Clearly.
now all psychically linked, so if you just, like, talk to us in your brain, we can hear you. But it's not on all the time.
Okay, so if I just think it, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, go ahead
Only
and
the
try.
stuff you want us to.
No, whatever comes up.
Oh.
Go ahead and try it. We want to make sure that you're linked.
Yeah.
Okay. As thinks out like, this is the most frightening experience of my entire life. I want to go home. I just want to go home. I want to go home. I just want to go
Oh,
home.
I'm sorry,
okay,
honey.
It is really scary. We want to go home too.
We all
I'm
want
here for you, man.
I'm sorry.
Can you roll a d12 for me?
7.
As he kind of comes back and is looking at you all get a flash of an image of Jim and Jason and a woman that you don't recognize walking their way up a hill towards a barn from a viewpoint that you assume must be Rin's as she's looking back. And as she looks back and sees them, they're all extremely thin, very weak. They look like they've lost all the color in their face as they're kind of helping each other up the hill as she walks in front of them, looking back at them and then looking forward towards the barn. And then that image flashes back out of your mind in a second.
So we're linked now.
What was that?
That was why we don't leave people behind anymore.
Are those people okay?
What people?
The two men and the woman. I don't know who they were. I saw them in my head.
We got a flash from you, hon.
Yeah.
What? Like what?
Jim and
Oh.
Jason and...
Well, like a memory flash?
Yeah.
DK, can you roll a d12 for me?
It happens.
8.
And to be fair, it would happen
Okay.
even if we weren't psychic.
You kind of all of a sudden burst out like out as if you've been trying to talk for the last.
Oh my goodness!
All right, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
You gonna be all right?
Oh yeah. I have. Oh, wait till Jake is back. I'm gonna call Punk Mambo real quick. Real quick.
Okay. You cool?
Oh,
Because
I'll
we
be
have this
cool.
whole town of people that are about to die, so we just gotta kind of...
Oh no, they won't die. I promise all of you, you won't die.
DK, I'm sorry that she's like that to you.
it's-
I wish that I had more control of her, and I think eventually I will, but
I think she's got a little crush on you, and that's why she's constantly tripping.
I think you're only slowing down the impending doom.
well, if I die, you do too.
Is she still here?
Yeah,
Yeah, she here forever, I guess.
Okay. Well, let's just break into our groups and get in.
wait, what does
As
our
you're
plan
saying
do?
that, the doors open as Heretic and Fadior walk in carrying just tons of guns and ammunition.
Holy shit.
Oh my! All right! Oh man, look at this shit! It's like Christmas! Look at it!
Harry, look at what you did.
Man, helicopter had everything! You all didn't raid that shit?
Did you by chance get a piece of the helicopter?
A piece of the helicopter?
Just like a little piece of the helicopter. It's okay if you didn't.
I mean, no, I got all the weapons though!
They were inside the helicopter. Maybe that works.
I don't know.
He did say, like, if he takes it from stuff that's inside,
Yeah.
I can try. I mean, I can try.
Okay.
I can try, but
that's all
Nothing
you
would
can
happen
do.
if you
Alright.
did it now. We don't have another helicopter.
Yeah,
in the
it's all
vicinity.
good. Let's just split up the guns, the weapons amongst the townspeople, and let's get ready because they can be coming any second now. Let's
plot
go.
point.
Damn it.
You have someone else comes running in from the outside, and it was the individual from the M&M grocery store with a bag of chips. And it's like, three black SUVs just they turned off from 114. They circled around M&M. One of them parked, and you kind of look, and you all see out the window as the two black SUVs go past the window down Taylor Street and
Well.
continue going south. As one of them is left still parked at M&M grocery store.
Okay, so it seems like they probably are going for the farm. So what we will do is we will try to sneak to our positions now and pinch.
I locked up the store. Do
It's okay.
you want me to? What are they doing over there?
They're looking for us.
Yeah, because that's where we were.
So let's get into position now.
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes over to the window and he starts peering through, and it's like, there's just one of them out there. It looks like he's kind of holding himself like he has to take a piss. What if he just needs to use the restroom?
Don't trust him.
Well,
Right?
yeah, but someone could distract him.
Well, look, how about this, Noah? You take the northern house on Taylor and 3rd, and maybe you and Rin can take an alley which leads behind Eminem's grocery, and you can read his mind, and maybe he does have to use the restroom.
I mean, can you just do it from here? You can see him out the window, right?
You start hearing someone yell, "Come on, damn it, open up!"
Maybe
As
if you
you-
boost her.
He's shaking the
Maybe
doors
you
of the
should-
front.
Okay, hang on. Maybe you should let him in to go pee, and maybe you could lock him in there. I don't know.
That's a good idea.
You want me to
Lock
lock
him in
him?
the bathroom, maybe.
Yeah.
You want me to lock him in the?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, if you need help, someone maybe could go with him. Not us, but another town.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna let him use the restroom, he could just kick the door down, right?
I mean,
If
someone-
you put a few things in front of the door to keep
someone-
him from coming out.
How you get? I mean, you're gonna hear me doing that.
Someone.
He's probably got a gun on him.
Just a nap.
a nap?
You know, like.
Can you make him go to sleep?
I could try.
With your womp 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 womp.
You can see him from here.
Okay, we better move quickly though.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Wait, you want me to make him go to sleep in his car?
No, he's standing outside. He's right there. Let's.
I'm just gonna try and read his mind.
You're gonna
See
try
if
to
I
read
have
his
power
mind? Okay,
from
go for it.
Here.
With the D12?
Okay.
Power with the D12?
4.
That was with your D12?
Yeah.
4 total?
Yeah.
Too far away.
I can't do it from here.
Can we boost her?
Look, I don't want to. He's alone. Why don't you just let him into the bathroom, and then someone can.
What do you mean he's
distract him?
alone?
You said he was sitting there in the car, and the other guy.
No,
was
I
like,
said
"Oh."
that he's outside.
Yeah.
One of them is outside. I don't know who else is in that SUV. All the windows are tinted black.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta move. I feel like
Can
we're
you
just
detect
standing
if there's
here
other
talking.
people? I mean, I know that.
No, I'm
you
too
can't-
far. I can't do anything right now.
All right, well, let's move into position.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'll just hang out in here, and I mean, I locked the place up. He's got to think it's just closed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe he'll think you're on lunch. Or maybe he'll come over here because he
but
sees
all the
people here and he wants to use the bathroom.
We need to get out of here.
Are all the glass is still on the ground. I didn't clean up. It looks like something happened there.
That's fine. I mean, the doors are still locked. Maybe they'll think that
All right,
you.
I will go with you.
DK.
No, DK.
What if they recognize you though? You're
Yeah,
all over the
DK,
TV.
No, I
Recognize
won't
you.
go. I won't walk up with him. I will be in the back to make sure nothing happens to him. And if something starts happening, I'll jump in. Either way, we have to look at this as an opportunity. We get to deal with one group separated from the other two. We have to capitalize on this.
Then
in some
everyone
way.
else should get into position. Everyone who has a car to move it into
I agree.
the area. Just go about your walk down the street one, not all at once, but like, staggered one at a time. Get over to
Okay, so
North
I'll
Taylor
go-
and 3rd.
I'll go get the cars ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
So Oscar leaves out the back. The church just walks down the street towards his automotive store. As we'll call him Kay, comes up behind you guys. What do you want me to do? I don't want to go in there. It's scary in there.
Okay. Okay.
What do you want me to do?
I think he should stick with you then, because if we're gonna split up, it'd be me and Noah, him and you, and then DK. I mean, you can fly, and no one else can fly with you, so that's why it'd be better if you went on your own.
Let's do it.
You okay rolling with me, kid?
Yeah, just okay. Should we take these guns?
Well,
If this,
We have
I'll
to start
take one.
streaming. I have Professor Dan Dan,
I have
which I'm concealing.
Marinette.
okay.
I can make a gun later, or hey Zach, are you still around?
He left.
Zach's
left.
the fucking worst.
He took your $5 and he left.
Zach is a piece of shit. You know that, right?
Seems a little passive aggressive.
I know, Zach.
Cool. Go ahead and roll a D4
Just
for me.
not a good
Go ahead and roll a D4 for me.
3.
Okay. As you're standing there talking, all of a sudden, Wally appears. Can you go ahead and roll another D4 for me?
4.
Cool. Wally is pretty strong, Wally. Not as crazy Wally as you saw the other day, but he's Wally.
Graffiti Wally
Not graffiti Wally.
with epaulets.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
Karen.
bud. How's it going?
Wally!
You remember Rin?
Blackwell kind of said, "No, nobody be alarmed. I've seen her. This happened on the farm. It's a talking wall. It sounds crazy, but it's fine. Just ignore the shit that they do, and let's remember that they're just people. And this is just weird as it's just weird. So what would you like me to do today, Karen?" How would you like me to save you this time?
That's actually a really good call. What should we... If the van is already over there, maybe we can just keep some
Hello?
of the town's...
Hey!
This is what I was saying.
Hello?
Yep.
Anybody in there? I gotta take a wicked piss. I just need somebody to let me use the fucking shitter.
Okay. Well, I definitely feel like everyone in town should get on the other side of this wall.
Now this church, since none of you asked, is very large, main open area, and then through the back door kind of branches off at a 90-degree angle, and then you have a lot of smaller kind of classrooms and meeting areas as well. But the main kind of front end of the church is, rows of pews and a stage.
And how is Wally positioned?
Wally is just out in the open in the middle of the main room.
Okay. So...
Everyone dive behind the wall now.
I feel like we should go.
No, but like also behind the wall.
Also, I feel like we should go and not be here. I feel like we should go hide in a classroom or something.
Hey, well,
sneak out the back.
Well, what we can do is I can put Wally and have him positioned, if you don't mind.
Okay, let's
have
guys,
him positioned like this,
just go.
and then have everyone go around him. So if the guy does come in, it just looks like there's a wall, and you'll have to hide your face. Sorry, babe.
I can just look at you.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Aren't you lucky?
Let's go.
So what are you asking to do?
We're all walking.
So you're all kind of moving back,
Yeah.
following Daniel's plan to hide behind the wall for a moment?
No, I mean, we're walking our ways towards the furthest point of that guy,
Right,
and Wally's
towards the
doing
back
whatever
wall.
he's doing.
Yes.
Towards the back.
Yeah.
I will walk out with the owner of M&M's.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna. Wait. Where are we going?
So we're going to M&M. You're going to walk up. I'm going to be just around the corner.
Well, you should go out the back then. Don't come out the front
Okay,
with me.
then I'll go out the back. But I will be watching.
You'll be there.
you.
Okay. All right. All right. So. The owner of M&M's kind of comes out of the front of the church, and you hear him as you two are making your way out the back, and you guys are making your way to the front wall as he kind of closes the church. Hey, how's it going there? Haven't seen you before in these parts. What can I do for you? You hear him kind of through the wall. I already said I gotta take a piss. The only store in this town appears to be closed. You all got a shitter in the church? I'm sure you do. Oh, yeah, but it's I'm actually I run the store. So if I could take you over there, and I could take you over there, and I've got the keys. I've got the keys right here. So let's do that. Oh, hell yeah, man. Jesus Christ. 2 hours on the damn road. Oh. As he starts walking up, he's very nervously walking in front of him with the keys, just walking back towards the store. Very like, as he peers off to the left side, he sees off in the distance DK moving between the buildings off in the distance on the opposite side. As you see him walking, as the other individual's kind of holding his crutch, running behind him, making his way up there. Here you go. As you kind of come around to the backside, and you see him let him in. As he lets him in, just kind of shuts the door. As the owner kind of stands outside and just kind of waiting, eyeing over at the SUV. You can't get a good look at the SUV from where you are, but you see him as he's eyeing do this out towards your direction.
Oh, okay. So I try to get just stay in position to make sure he's okay. And I also like to position myself where I'm not in view of the van, but I'm in the house area closest to where they would go down the same road.
Well, okay. So that's the church. You've got Taylor Street is what goes south.
Okay.
And they turned off 114 going down south on Taylor. They stopped at M&M Grocery. The very next building down is the church across the street.
Okay.
So if you were on the backside moving forward, you've kind of got one house in between you. That white building top that you see at 4th and the little grocery symbol there, that white top, the back southwest side of that is where the restroom would be. So you'd be on the houses on the left side on Fillmore Street, whatever that's called. Fillmore Street and 4th is where you are currently located. And if you want to follow along, guys, the map is on Google Maps. So if you want to follow along with the course of action, it's on Google Maps. And quick reminder, it's September, so 50% off all new subscribers.
Subscribe!
If you want to get in on that. Okay, moving on. So you hid in the back. You're fine. Did you go out the back door with DK, or
With
where'd you guys
Noah.
go?
I mean,
Noah.
like the rest of the town people who are inside the church, we're all moving back into
the back part of the church,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all
Only
moving
Blackwell and the store owner kind of made their way to the front of the church.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say anything to Blackwell when he came out front. It looks like to them this is just a normal town for the moment.
I feel like we should, I guess, split up.
You and I should split up.
No, not us.
Oh,
I mean, us
from the people.
everybody.
Okay, good, because I am not. I have this gun, but I am not good on my own, so I need to stick with you or
Right.
anyone else.
Can you roll a d12 for me again?
3?
You see flash in your head, you and Kay, who is with you. You guys all get a flash all of a sudden, once again, from Ren's POV of who you all recognize to be Jason, kind of reaching out to her. Just get a little bit more. Just give me some more. Just one more time. Come on. Just give a little bit more, and I'll stop. Just one more time, and then it cuts back out.
Okay, we should go.
Yeah, let's go. So
Karen. If you don't, we have psychic rapport, all of us now, and so we should be checking in every 5 to 10 minutes just to make sure we're all okay. And if we're ever not okay, then come looking for us.
okay.
Yeah, if everything, I will definitely make sure that I come looking for you, just in case something happens and you're not okay.
Right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Okay. Cool. All right. Where are we going? What are we doing? What's our plan?
Okay. Well,
All right. So,
I mean, let's stick with the plan. Going to Taylor in third.
all right.
Oscar's already getting the cars already. I mean, wherever direction that they're going to be coming down from. Because right now we're up here north, and if they're going to be heading south down Taylor, we should.
I'm going to
we
use
should
another
block
plot
off.
point here, and
How did you get
given
so
how quiet
People
it
hate
is
us.
in the
People hate us.
town, you hear the sound of 2 vehicles driving up from the south side again. You're in the back of the church at this moment. If you looked out the windows, you'd see the 2 black SUVs making their way back up Taylor. As you then lose sight of them, in DK, you now get sight of the 2 black SUVs pulling into M&M's, as well as a entire group get out. Among them, you notice an individual who is very obviously the commander of this group, who's wearing sunglasses, and another one who looks a lot like an individual you saw in the video that was live streamed from the Rook incident. You see an individual who is wearing a red kind of shirt with silver down the sides, wearing a mask on her face with bright pink hair. And this is an individual you recognize from the live stream of Rook as she gets out. All right, Flatline, so here's the deal. I understand that you think you have some sort of pull in this situation, given that you were just put on us by the powers that be, but I do command this unit, and you will follow my orders. Are we clear?
Put on you or specifically assigned to this mission because I have experience in this field that you lack.
We'll say both, but as long as you can follow orders, we're good.
I can cooperate.
If that's the best I'm going to get, it's the best I'm going to get. Now, given what we both just saw, I have reason to believe that whomever brought that helicopter down has not made it very far. There was one set of tracks leaving the location, and that vehicle is right over there. Registered to the Mr. Blackwell, 301 County Road, Whiteface, Texas. I figure if this individual saw a group of omen dropping in on his property and an explosion that just happens to be missing all of the equipment from our helicopter, he would have something to do with it, or at least know about it. I figure everyone in this town would at least know about it, because an explosion like that does not go unheard or untalked about.
That's true. So civilians could be helpful in this investigation. But just make sure that you minimize civilian casualties. And if it is psyops that we're dealing with here, as we're led to believe, we want to assess what their powers are first.
Well, last we heard, there were, well, at least from up high, before the last group went missing, there was an individual with blue hair, a young woman with blue hair, and three individuals that appeared to be sickly and did not really seem to pose much of a threat. So either this individual we're dealing with the blue hair is some Omega level psyop that we've yet to have documented, or there might be other players on the field. Given the slight ping that was notified to us from the Omen servers, which baffles all of us still to this moment, either we have a man on the inside that's trying to tip us off to something going on here, or they're fucking stupid.
I find it best not to underestimate these kind of people. Much as I want to assume that they are just a bunch of morons, given the one-horse nature of this town. I'd say be on your guard.
Population of this town, I believe, is around 460 individuals. Seem a little quiet around here to you?
Yeah, a little too quiet, even for a town with such a small population, as you say.
Okay.
It seems to me that maybe they're all in cahoots with hiding whoever it was who brought down the helicopter.
That is a pretty bold claim. I would go with maybe being held hostage.
Possible. Very possible. Though we do know that there are some psyops who can be very suggestive, if you know what I mean.
Convincing, yes. Well, we know the drill, as he announces to the rest of the group. And where the hell is Steinberg? Excuse, I own this facility. I'm sorry, I'm just, he's using the restroom right now. You, sir, come here. Where is everyone? It's, well, you know, it's a Tuesday, so it's,
I fail to see the significance.
well, you see, there was an accident earlier today. A local individual tried to rob my store, and there was a scuffle, and the officer came into town. And you know, when something like that happens, it's such a big deal and kind of traumatized everyone. And I think everybody is just dealing with it in their own way. You know, yeah.
Dealing with it in their own way.
Flatline, do they have services on Tuesday in church? I'm not a religious man myself.
I think the particularly religious certainly do, and I wouldn't put it past this town, but normally I would say no.
Yeah. So either that church is a junkyard, or we have reason to believe that there's quite a few individuals attending service today.
That would seem so.
You hear the door of the bathroom open up. It comes out. Oh. Sir, sorry, everything's clear around here. Checked it out myself. Everything is A-OK. We are in the clear. Yeah. This individual helped me out. He was. They were closed, and he was down at the church. I believe we're in the clear. How was the helicopter? Who else was in the church? Flatline?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Can you go check on the church for me?
Absolutely, sir.
You four. Give her some backup, just in case. I'm going to stay here with our friend and have a little conversation. So you start making your way down the street, just across, towards the church. As you see from the distance all of this going down, what do you do? As you are the closest to the actor, what are you doing in this moment?
So seeing as I'm blocked out of the psychic rapport, I can't really report to anyone. So I'm going to have to, if anyone's going to notice, it's going to have to make a little noise. So what I am going to do, so just how are the SUVs parked?
They've kind of parked around the gas tanks at M&M Grocery. One of them pulled up directly up to the front doors. The other two, one's on one side of the gas tanks and the other's on the other, both of them facing opposite directions.
So what I'm going to do is, and it's Flatline's already made her way to the church.
She's walking across the street down towards the
Okay, this is going to be timed at when she kind of makes her way, like when she's basically at the church.
Yeah, and you see her moving across.
Okay.
She's got a gun in hand, as you see four individuals as well,
Right.
kind of moving behind. They're all communicating
And
silently.
I'm trying to make some eye contact with our friend at the M&M's. And I'm sure he's probably glancing over, and I'm just going like... And so what I am going to do is I'm going to, you know damn well, I'm going to use a plot point and like, doom, fade to black. We go to flashback, high school, back when I was still doing football team stuff, spring training, and the coach is yelling at me and like, TK, you're going to have to hit harder than that if you want to go to state. I was like, but I am but a wrestler. I don't really do this. And he smacks me on the head. He goes, you want to hit me right now, don't you? And I get in his face. And I'm like, yes, I do. And he's like, use that anger to push this target. And so me with the O-line, we push the target across. But then soon I notice the O-line is falling back and it's just me pushing with all my strength. And then I come back. It's almost like That's So Raven. And I get down in a snap position. And as soon as I snap, the density in my body gets light enough so I don't run a 20-second 40. I run a 2-second 40. And once I get in front of that SUV, full stop, my density, my weight shifts. And because of how inertia works, I smack into that truck and push it right into the gas tanks. And I very hope he moved out the way.
Jesus.
I have a couple things I need to roll for.
How hard did that coach slap you?
So this went from let's play it safe to let's make the biggest scene possible.
Yeah, goddamn it! Let's not have any bloodshed.
Well, when Flatline shows up, it's time to cause some flatlines.
Okay, okay. All right, you see the individual who was making eye contact with you. When you told him to look, he kind of was like, and then he looks over and sees you get down like this and start running. And given that it takes you so long to wind up and kind of get going, and he kind of books it. And the other individuals immediately, you see them like draw out their weapons, kind of, get down, and start moving. And then you come through like a train. As you get about 20 feet from the SUV, they start firing at you as the bullets are hitting you, ting, 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 bouncing off. As you hit the SUV, and the explosion up into the sky, it shakes the ground around you as everything just shakes as you look out and you just see this giant ball of fire and smoke up into the air. As you, Flatline, go ahead and Actually, tell me what you do in this instance. You as you're making your way
Right.
towards the church, boom, giant explosion behind you. The commander is able to, run out of the way as he's shooting backwards as the explosion hits, throwing him and a couple of the other individuals down.
Right.
You did take out 2 of them who are still in the SUVs in the driver's seats.
Yes, in pepperonis.
Who are blown up. All of their vehicles are unusable. All 3 SUVs did not make it through that roll. As all 3 SUVs, they are now cut off from their escape route. What do you do?
So, because I noticed the explosion, obviously, somebody superpowered had to have been present to have caused that. So I abandoned my church mission and immediately go in that direction to try to investigate.
Great. As you start running up towards the gas station, you see an individual standing in the flames, his body completely naked from the fire. As all of his clothing has been burnt off. It's not going to survive the blast. There's no way. As he's standing just naked in the fire, as the flames burn around him, you realize that you probably have a very powerful psionic on your hand.
Definitely.
So what do you do?
I am going to download an ability from Lifeline. I'm going to...
By the
gonna-
way, I want to let you know exactly what you're seeing. When you see this
Oh, no.
naked
Oh, my
individual,
Oh, God.
you notice something weird about his testicles. Like, it looks like a pop figurine is in his test. So let that, like...
She can't see that. There's no way.
But the silhouette. You see the silhouette. Like,
It's a
is that-
silhouette. It's
But
not
is that-
The flames are like have highlighted.
Looking at him.
Yeah,
They've highlighted and contoured.
There's smoke that just like perfectly
Also, the
covers
flames have
your weird testicles.
Hey, can you roll a d4 for me?
The flames have also burned off any body hair.
Great.
So
As you're standing there epically in the fire, all of a sudden, as you feel really proud of yourself, your molecules start weakening and getting lighter and lighter as the heat from the flame shoots you up into the sky. As you start flying up into the air as your molecules have gotten too light.
Legend of Zelda.
So you see him flying up into the air as your commander of the unit is getting back up and seeing you run over.
Right.
All right, Lifeline, we got 1. Let's get everybody around the perimeter. There could be others. Did you check that church?
Didn't make it in there, sir.
It's fine. Watch our backsides. This
Got it.
entire town is compromised. We don't know if we have a psi here who can... If there's this one at this level, at this power set, there's quite possibly another individual on premise who could be controlling the minds of the people in this town. You just keep an eye out. Everybody, on guard. All right, so what do you do?
I am going to... I'm going to download fire from Lifeline to try to shoot him down, to try to bring him down out of the sky.
So, fire?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead
And also see if he's impervious to fire, because
go
so far
ahead.
he looks to be, but I don't know that for sure.
Go ahead and roll your ability,
Okay.
which would be your Lifeline ability on your sheet.
Okay.
I think it's also keep both. I'm pretty sure
Yes.
that ability is super powerful.
Yes. Hold on, it's dog eared, but I...
In case you all didn't know this, you are now outclassed.
Yeah, no, we know. We got it.
So
Okay.
can you read to me what Lifeline says there?
So Lifeline...
Oh no, sorry, on your character sheet.
Oh, on my character sheet?
It's on the right side,
On the
up
right
towards
side.
the top.
Oh, yeah. Keep both. May request any of the active Lifeline bioconfigs.
So that means you're going to roll your action, which is...
D6.
So a D6 with what is Lifeline? A D4?
Lifeline's a D4.
So roll both of those dice and you get the total of both.
Okay.
DK,
Yes.
what's your action?
My action is a D8.
Roll that D8 for me.
Okay. I got
Okay.
A 6.
7.
As you dial in Lifeline,
Right.
you call out, Lifeline,
Right.
give me fire, as you blow a flame up into the air. As the flame, you see this giant flame as you're floating up in the air, getting close to you, but the heat from the flame just carries you further and further away as the air is so dense around the flame that it just keeps pushing you away as you see him just flying further away as he goes. What do the rest of you do now that you've heard the explosion? Everything has gone down.
Change of plans, guys. There's no way that we're gonna be able to use the center of town. It's gonna happen right here, right now.
Can we get everybody out of the church? Is that possible?
Everyone, run! Scram!
All right, everybody get your phones out. Just start recording.
Yeah.
Everybody start recording.
Everyone with a weapon, get your weapons out.
I think we need to go.
Start
I
defending.
think we need to go help DK.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Where is
So
he?
an individual runs out from in the middle of the church. You haven't seen this individual. He didn't talk while you guys were doing your town meeting. He's just running full blast through the church. He grabs one of the M16s off the ground and busts out the front door. And you hear Blackwell go, "Oh God, not Krun!" As he runs outside, and you hear him start firing, "Those American citizens!" As he starts shooting at the individuals up the street. Since he's shooting from behind, he actually shoots at two of the individuals, hitting one of them in the arm as another one gets hit in the leg and hits the ground as he's running across the street, just shooting as he runs across Taylor Street to the other side of the street there, on the corner of
4th and Taylor?
4th and Taylor, in between the houses, as he's kind of holding himself up there. God damn it, that boy! I should have told him to go back to the woods. All right, I guess the fight's on. Everybody, get your phones. If you got a phone, if you got a gun, just hold ground. Shit! As chaos is starting to break out.
What's the kid's name again?
Kotev.
Kay, you still have a piece of that church pew?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretend that
What?
you throw a church pew because you already have it. So throw a church pew
I have
at
to
them.
go outside to do that.
Damn it.
Okay. Can I have some cover?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wally, we're gonna.
Can you roll a d6 for me?
Yes.
All right. And I'm coming with. I'm coming
5.
with you.
I am too.
You rolled a 5 out of the d6. Now roll a d4.
1.
Stickum pops out just as you're saying that. Pops out on your shoulder as Wally disappears.
All right.
Shit.
Stickum feels like he'd be more useful in this situation, whether he is actually or not.
Who the fuck am I stabbing?
I go ahead and boost him.
So you're gonna
I
boost
boost
him.
Kay,
Who
yeah.
else is within? Are you standing next to them? You're standing
I'm next
to
to her.
Yeah, we're all next
You
to
don't
her.
get boosted though. So go ahead
Probably for the
and
best.
Roll my action. Plus anything else?
Uh,
Is it just my
right
action?
now it's going to be your action with the d12.
And this is 12. I got a 10 and a 2.
Okay, as you kind of hit down and send out a blast or a radius around you, all of a sudden Stickum on your shoulder just buffs up. Oh damn!
Oh shit! I look like I went to prison.
And he jumps off your shoulder, goes to the ground, and grabs one of the M16 guns and picks it up.
It's a knife with a gun!
Stick 'em, just for reference, is a knife with feet and a gun. Okay.
And he is carrying it very
bitches!
as he gets down. And Kay,
Little leg.
Perfect.
Oh wait, he has feet.
yeah, 2 left feet.
It's a little too
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
he has 2 left feet. But he now
Now
has
he
super
has-
buffed arms.
Oh wait,
by the way,
okay.
Super buffed
Super
arms.
buffed arms.
And an M16.
Yes.
And an M16.
And Kay now feels this
Yeah.
surge of energy running through him. Oh my god. Everybody out of the church.
Are you sure?
Everybody
move,
out.
Move,
Everybody out.
Go.
Okay, somebody cover me.
Stick 'em.
Regulators!
So
Mount
Stickum
up!
runs out of the front of the church and stands in the middle of the street holding the gun. Flatline, you turn to see this small paper object in the middle of the street shooting a rifle at you in your general direction. Can you roll
Yes.
your shield for me? I believe it's
Yeah.
on your. What does shield say up at the top there?
Add +3, reduce damage taken by 1. And it's a d6.
So D6 plus 3. Can you roll your action?
7.
Which is a what?
Well, 4
No,
plus
no,
3.
sorry.
My action's a D8.
All right.
4.
Okay, you're able to see, you hear him yelling as he runs out. You turn quickly, throw up your shield. You say, Lifeline, give me shield.
Shield.
Now, you can only have 1 power at a time, so when you say that, the fire
The fire
goes away.
Yep.
Shield comes up, as the bullets kind of hit it as you're protecting the rest of the group around you with your shield that's kind of pushed out from around the sides. As Stickham's out in the middle of the street,
pasty bitch!
Kay walks out into the middle of the street and stands in the middle. As he has the piece of wood in his hands, he kind of looks down at the ground and he starts screaming as hard as he can. As you start seeing the church, you hear this sound of like wood, like as you look over it and you see the entire church starting to lift off of the ground as all of the dirt and dust and everything else around it starts moving up from the sides. As it's lifting up and up, he starts rising his hands up higher and higher as he then takes it back and throws as you see the entire church making its way towards the gas station.
I knew this guy was awesome!
Hold on, I have to roll for all of the people there.
That's a lot of people. It's like 15 rolls, son.
No, it's not. It's not 15. There's 10 left. 2 of them are injured. Can you roll your action for me?
And I'm high enough to where...
You're high enough. You're seeing all this happen as you see that start moving
Where's
forward.
the commander?
The commander is standing next to Flatline.
Okay.
As protected by the shield.
I rolled a 2.
On your action?
We're gonna win!
Welcome to the club.
This is what happens. It's your first time, you're gonna roll well.
This was me a few weeks ago. Except.
Okay. And now I get to roll his action. This sucks for you guys.
Oh no, what happened to him?
Given the size of the church as it starts flying through the air towards the gas station and the shield that you have up, you drop your shield as you dart off to the left as the rest of the individuals all move to the side as the church hits the ground and sends a plume of dust now with the smoke as your field of visibility has completely kind of disappeared as the entire town is turned into a smoke-filled war zone. You hear the sounds of gunfire ringing out everywhere inside the town as you see certain individuals kind of like moving smoke across their face with their phones out, streaming live to Facebook as they're walking around. Flatline. We got cameras on the field. We have a rook situation on our hands. Neutralize electronics. Power down in 5. Release in 10. Back up in 15. On my mark, everyone. As this is all ringing out on all the individuals' phones. So I'm going to go ahead and roll for his action on the commander there. As he counts out, on my mark, 5, 4, 3, 2. Power down. You lose connection for a brief second to Lifeline. As all the other individuals like lose their comms. And then he's counting to himself. 7, 9, 10. And then he hits a switch on his chest as it goes out in all directions from around him as everyone in the town's phones shut off and all the lights in the town off. The flickering lights that you saw from the gas station of the alarms and everything else off. The entire town goes silent in that second as all vehicles, all electronics, dead. Count yourself. Back up, everyone power on! As you come back up and you are back on time with Lifeline.
So wait, our power is back?
An EMP doesn't take out your powers.
Yeah.
No. The lights.
No, the power's down.
Oh, okay.
They power
we
themselves
turned off
down.
our power so we wouldn't be affected.
EMP took everything down in the town. Phones, video, they're working.
Karen, you have Professor Dandan, right? He can heat seeking.
Professor Dandan, are you online?
Well, you have to summon him.
How may I help you today?
Professor Dandan, hi.
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 How are you? Would you like me to assist you in the act of killing?
No, I would like you to...
A trank, maybe.
Firstly, I would like you to connect me back onto the internet.
Excuse me.
Are you able to stream? Are you able to stream right now?
I'm unable to connect to anything in the area. It appears that there's been a large EMP that has gone out.
Oh man, I thought your future technology
This primitive
would save us.
technology does not affect me, but it does affect the entire area, so I am now unable to connect to anything. There is no grid for me to be on.
Okay. Is there any way that you can turn on an infrared sensor? I don't need killing, I just need to see.
Yes, of course. As the screen shows that infrared is you're able to see bodies.
So just like Doom?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so now I'm walking with the gun.
And you're kind of pacing through all the smoke and the ash and everything like that.
Everything is super dark except for like 2 feet in front of me, and it's really frustrating, and no one knows why it was designed this way.
Flatline, what's the plan?
All right.
Your experience with these kind of situations, now show us what you're made of.
All right. We need to locate the Psyops, figure out what their powers are. Do not underestimate them. We don't want a repeat of Michigan, all right? Once we assess exactly what their abilities are, we'll know how to best act against them.
All right, so it looks like we've got some sort of tank. I don't know what he is, but he was impervious to our bullets, and now he's floating in the air.
Yeah.
There appears to be a small humanoid-like knife that was shooting at us. Another individual, possibly mind-controlled, shooting at us as a townsmember earlier before. That is all we've seen so far. And still have not located the woman with the blue hair.
No. And one of them is obviously capable of tremendous telekinesis if they've threw an entire church at us.
That one is a clear and present threat. Can
Perhaps
you take him down?
Let's take that one out first.
All right, what do you do?
Gosh, I was trying to find him is the issue. I want to download flight and fly up like above the dust cloud, but just a little bit, and just like hover to try to see if like I can get a vantage point on anything from above.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that.
Okay. 4. Oh, and then I get it's a lifeline, so 7.
As you rise up in the air, Lifeline gives you flight, and you go up. As you rise up above the smoke and the debris and everything, you see some figures moving around down below, but it's hard for you to get a direct read on exactly who it is. But you look over to your left, and you see an individual kind of floating up there with you as you are now up about 100 yards away from the floating DK.
Perfect.
Okay, what do you do?
So how much of this heat am I still feeling?
The heat's kind of keeping you afloat right now, but that's about it.
But would you say my body is hot?
Yes. I would say you absorbed so much kinetic energy when you took that hit, unless it was completely dispensed when your molecules went light.
See, because I just was using the internet to confirm that when dense things are superheated, they can stretch. And so I'm going to try and use my warm body to stretch my arms to flatline.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
I will call Kyle Hill right now and put him on the line because science. Then if we don't do that, then I'll just simply reach into my pocket and
What pocket?
Huh?
Oh no, everything's
Yeah.
gone.
Naked, so
Yeah, like, okay, no pocket, all right.
no pocket, no stretching.
Oh my goodness.
All
Okay,
bad.
that
You
was,
don't have to float anymore. That's been one full action.
Okay, well I'm going to try and float down on. Actually, I'm not really float. I'm just gonna like. If DK is here, where is the commander?
You can't see him through the smoke unless
Okay.
you want to roll for that.
All right, then what? And how close is flatline if I was to try and?
She's 100 yards away, up in the sky, floating. She sees you though.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm going to use more science and use inertia to swing forward and balloon flip towards her. And
You see this naked large man do this and throw himself as he starts doing this. Now, granted, you have the power of flight.
Right.
So if you would like to dodge him, I'm going to give you a +6 to your roll.
I would like to
Would you
just
like to roll your
dodge.
action for me?
gosh.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
I would
This
like
will
to
be
just fly
ridiculous.
out of the way. 6.
4.
Yeah. So you see him barreling towards you as you just kind of move out of the way as you see this naked large man flip past you. What do you do once you get close to her?
I would be.
You don't have any more pop points.
No, I know, but I still am very heavy. So I'm just gonna try and grapple her in the sky. Just
You're gonna try to grapple her?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and grapple her in the sky.
Go ahead and roll your action again for me, both of you.
2.
7.
Now, I should give you a bonus to this because you are technically a flyer, but I'm going to say, given that the situation is so bizarre,
And at this point, you do see the Funko Pop and just, it's real weird.
you glance down and you see a large, blockish kind of head testicle in...
With eyes.
I
Little
can't
beady
even-
eyes.
I can't finish the sentence. Anyway, you are distracted as he grabs you. And in that moment that he grabs you, I'm going to give you an opportunity to make a return attack before he does what I know he's going to do next. So what do you do?
Okay, I'm going to. I'm
Now,
gonna.
think strategically here.
Yeah. I'm gonna download Ghost and try to just ghost out of his arms.
There you go.
Hey.
DK, go ahead and roll your action.
Okay. Don't you download? 3.
7.
As you grab on and you start increasing your weight to drag her down, you lifeline Ghost as you go, as you phase through him and you come pummeling down to the ground in the middle. As you hit, in that second, a rush of wind from his impact pushes the smoke and debris out from all those directions. As you look down, you get a quick glance as you see the area around from up high. As the wind pushes out, you get a chance to see the commander and some of the other individuals who now have made eye contact with you, looking up at you, and you see Kay standing where the middle of the street was, as Stickum is now back in the middle, taking this opportunity and starts shooting at the commander and all the others. What do you two and you do? Because you guys
I'm going to use a plot point. In this moment, as the smoke has cleared, I see this woman who is floating above us, and I look at her and I see a loneliness in her that I understand myself. And as she has just touched DK, I feel even closer to this woman, and I have a plot point. And she all of a sudden looks down on us, and I use my power of suggestion that she now has almost like a love of Psyots that comes over her, like she needs to protect them. And I use my plot point. And
no, you can keep saying that all you want.
And I have this connection with her because I'm like this lonely woman who hasn't been laid in several months, and she and I are one in this moment. And she touched DK's naked body for a split second. That we are so connected that she feels the need to protect us, even if it's just for one turn or a couple turns. And I use my force suggestion as a powerful person that I am, and she. And my plot point, and she's up there. And all of a sudden she feels a need to protect.
While remembering how velvety smooth DK's skin
Yes, and her need for human Psyot touch. She got a little bit of the taste.
And now she's thirsty.
Given that you described that so well, I'm going to give you a chance to roll off for it. Your action versus her action, but you get a +2 to your action roll.
Is it just my action, or is my action plus anything?
+2.
But is it not with a D12?
No, it's just because you're going against each other, because you're trying to take over an actual player character.
Are you gonna blow on him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 3.
Oh, he blew a hot on him.
Because I'm super heated.
What'd you get?
Oh, I got a 2 + 2 is 4.
Yeah, you still got it.
She got 3. Yay!
So, everything that just was discussed happens, and you feel this deep, immense love towards Psyots all of a sudden, remembering the silky smooth skin of the naked man that just tried to tackle you.
It's a strong.
You didn't know
I
he was
get
trying
it.
to hurt you. He was trying to hug you.
As you feel this come over you,
Oh God. We're the worst.
Oh no! He pulled out the player's manual.
Oh no! He's angry.
Oh no.
And she's just up there and she's, I love you. She just randomly says for no reason at all, and we all hear it.
you call out Lifeline Arc Charge as you put your hands out and basically go Sith Lord on all of the individuals below that are a part of the Omen. As your hands go out, And as you're doing it, you tell the commander, struggling through, get down! As you know, you can't control yourself in this moment as you're conflicted with what you're doing. Can you go ahead and roll your lifeline plus action?
Yep. 9.
Okay. And that was both of them? Okay. So as you reach down and you start pushing out in all directions, you see these bolts of lightning emitting from her hands as she's floating up in the sky, as it starts to hit some of the individuals around you, as the bolt of lightning hits through their chest and starts electrocuting them.
She's electrocuting
The other
Omen.
Omen soldiers.
Electrocuting, yes.
As
Because I love Psyops and must protect you.
Where's Kay?
So the commander jumps out of the way, back into the smoke as he slips off to the side, unable to see where he went, as 3 of the individuals get trapped directly in kind of a link, as the electricity links between the 3 of them and intensifies, breaking their armor down as they are now on the ground, like charred and burnt, still alive, but burnt to a crisp.
God.
That is the control of you for that action. You are still loving Psyops for the moment until it comes back to your turn.
and Karen and Ren haven't gone yet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what do you guys do?
Well, I've still got Pew Pew, or not Pew Pew. I've still got Stickum doing all the dirty work, and I have Professor Dan Dan. And you said that you mentioned that there were bodies on the ground, and so what I start doing, she's got it open. So what I start doing is, because there are bodies in the ground that are not Omen, but that are people who are in the town, I start going from person to person with Professor Dan Dan to check vitals.
Okay.
Because Stickum's doing the dirty work and he's laying covering fire, but I'm a hero, and heroes check and make sure that people are alive.
And you're checking Omen?
No, I don't give a fuck about them. I'm checking the townspeople.
Okay.
There's
For a moment, I was
no
worried.
townspeople have been injured yet. They've been able to kind of scatter.
Okay, so they've
and
all scattered.
they're
Because
using
I heard you say
phones.
bodies on the ground, so I wasn't sure.
Oh no! Right now it's just Omen and you guys locked into a fight.
Okay, so who's alive still?
Yeah, so who's...
Yeah, how
who's
many
alive?
Omen members are left?
How many Omen members are left? You've still got 7 that are up walking.
Jesus.
Okay, since we still got 7 that are up walking.
But that includes Commander and Flatline. So.
And the townspeople have escaped past the church.
They're out all around. Some of them are out like running, trying to get to cover. They were filming with their videos, but now that that's not working, going
Okay,
crazy.
I start going to the townspeople and I start trying to wake them, and herd them away from the
As
action.
you go over to some of them, you see Krund on one side of the building, like blowing dust out of his face, like, must shoot them.
Dude.
Where are they?
Hey,
Where are they?
This is way above your
Point me in
pay
the
grade.
right direction.
No, you have to go.
Just
You guys
point me at 'em.
You guys all have to go somewhere safe.
He starts shooting up into the air. Ah!
No,
Where are they?
Tika's up there. Tika's up there. No, Crumb, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. No more shooting. You have to run.
No, I'll fight.
You can't fight this. They're too powerful. They are too strong. All of you need to leave. What you can do is you can lay down covering fire so everyone else can start leaving. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, cover fire.
You lay down
Cover
cover
fire.
fire. Everyone else, you need to get out of here now.
So Krund steps into the alley with Stickum as they're both shooting down the alleyway towards just into the smoke.
Hey, what the fuck's your name?
Krund! What's your name?
My name is Stickum!
Stickum, you're awesome! If I'm gonna die today, I'm gonna die a man with you, Stickum!
Fuck yeah! I'm not gonna die! I'm not real!
What? That's not fair!
Sorry! Oh, it sucks to be human!
What do you do?
Where's Kay?
Where's Kay?
Yeah.
He's standing in the street trying to recover from... He's just exhausted. This has all happened in a matter of seconds, all coming together in less than 60 seconds as this is happening extremely fast. He's standing in the middle of the street just... Did I get him? Did I hit him?
You got him, man. What else do you have? Do you have any more pieces that we could use?
I don't... Of what? Of what?
Anything that we can throw. Pick up here. I pick up a piece of like the rubble on the ground.
Okay.
Maybe you could start throwing rocks at them.
Okay. Can you...
I boosted him again.
So you put your hand on him and go ahead and roll your power with a d12.
Wait, I have to remember everything. Okay, this is 10.
as you hear bullets like flying from over your shoulder in every direction.
This is 16.
As your hand touches his shoulder, a flash of blue light just goes through him as he immediately kind of snaps to and he takes the rubble. As he kind of leans down to the ground, and you start seeing and feeling the ground below you shake as all this rubble starts coming up from underneath you, as rocks start coming up from the ground. But he does not roll well as he as he just starts shooting the rubble forward through, blowing holes in all the smoke and dust that is collected, as you just like hear the sound of it pelting all around, hitting vehicles, hitting cars, all this stuff is just ting, 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 as he's just taking the asphalt and the gravel out from underneath your feet and throwing it forward as quickly as possible.
You're doing so great, man.
As you're standing behind him saying this, and you hear the fire, bullets, and everything else coming over. We now go back to the commander and Flatline. Flatline, what are you doing?
I don't know what's come over me. I have to protect these children.
Just
They had no choice, don't you understand? They didn't choose this life.
Lifeline. I need you to force through. She's compromised. Lifeline, I need you to force through. Just put her to sleep, Lifeline. If only for a moment. Bring her right back. And in that moment, Lifeline all of a sudden turns your brain off.
Oh.
As you go falling towards the ground. I'm going to have you roll your action for me.
Okay.
Are you still up? You're down.
He's down. He's
down.
on the ground.
Fair.
4. I got a 3.
Ooh.
So as you're falling and the wind is just kind of like flowing through your hair as you're going towards the ground, you start to wake up. And in that second, you see in a split second the ground before you. What do you do?
Try to activate flight so I don't come crashing down on my face.
Call for it. Go for it.
All right. 7.
Call it out. What are you doing?
Lifeline, give me flight.
As you then just boot up right before you hit the ground and fly kind of outside of that range and head out in that direction. You're up.
So,
So intense.
covered in this heat. DK gets a flash into the last week. At the end of last episode, when the lead narrator said, your plot points for this episode will carry over.
Right.
And then
Wait, you
They
did.
did.
And now
wait,
you
so so that wasn't from them killing.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Someone give
Hasn't happened
DK
yet.
a plot point. Somebody, please.
You don't have any, man.
Oh no!
DK needs a plot point. DK needs a
Before
plot
you
point.
go into that flashback.
DK needs a plot point. DK needs a plot point.
DK doesn't
gotta
need a
kill-
plot point.
He's gonna go.
DK does a regular into his moveset version of getting light and trying to. It's not a 2-second 40 this time. It's a reasonable 8-second 40 with his lightness, and tries that same. But this time he's not hitting a car. He's hitting a member of Omen, and he's just gonna try and hit him up against that wall at
So
imminence.
all of this stuff is happening so fast. As he came down to the ground and you sent out the electricity, and Stickum and Krund are now shooting in all directions, and the ground is lifting up from underneath you from K and shooting all forward. This is all happening in a matter of seconds as DK hits the ground, looks up, and starts running directly towards one of the Omen members. Go ahead and roll your action for me.
Okay.
So much going on.
So much going on.
Ah! 2.
No.
It's okay, they only had a D4 for his defense, so roll again.
Okay, come on. Fade to black, Iffy. You are no longer DK, you are Iffy's hand. Rolling a dice. This is DK speaking to
Look,
Iffy.
I got a
What
2
you
again,
need.
just roll.
What you need, DK? I need you to roll higher than a 2. All right, DK. I'm
Just
gonna do it
roll the
for you.
damn dice, man, come on!
8!
Okay, you run forward and you pick him up as he tries to shoot at you, but you kind of pick him up in the air and slam him back against a wall along the street of one of the houses in the middle of the street as you slamming up against there, and you've got him pinned for the moment. We now go back to the commander who, on the line with you, has got you back in. All right, we've lost all communication with the cars down. Flatline, I need you to get in contact with headquarters, call in reinforcements. We need them here as soon as possible.
Copy that.
Bring a copter out. We need some heavy guns.
Understood.
All right, so do you go ahead and do that?
Yes.
All right, so you calling in reinforcements as you're flying up in the air, getting a survey of the area. Enough of the dust is starting to clear and starting to move around. You see an individual standing in the middle of the street with his hands out like this as things are flying in all directions. And you get the first glance of the woman with the blue hair with her hand on his shoulder as he's pushing everything in that general direction. You see that. You don't get to do anything about it just yet. Some of the other Omen soldiers now, seeing you turn and push up, that two of them turn towards you and start shooting at you. I need you to go ahead and roll your action for me.
Okay. 6.
Fucking shit. As the bullets start coming in directly towards you hear them about to shoot as you increase your density, as you hear, like in that second, the shots ringing out towards your general direction as you get hard and you start bringing him down into the ground with you as you start sinking down as the bullets are hitting your skin and bouncing off in all general directions as you're crushing his body inside your arms from the inside out. And it is that moment that you see to the right side of you, as you're standing there holding him, all of a sudden you look up and you see his head, almost as if in slow motion, a bullet enter his temple as it goes through his eyes and out the other side, blasting his head off to the side. As you're now holding his dead and lifeless body in your arms, you look over to the right to see Krund just shooting in all general directions towards you, unconcerned of hurting you as he saw the bullets bouncing off. He's just shooting like a madman in that general direction. Okay. The three burnt individuals are on the ground in the middle of the street, holding themselves, starting to get up. They don't seem to be causing any kind of concern at this moment whatsoever. And you hear the sound of a truck, kind of like loud truck, kind of tractor type sound coming out from the background. As you, it would be you and you turn to see Oscar with a big tractor truck driving down the middle of the street as he starts to honk at you all to get out of the way. See, move, get out of the way.
Well, I do that for sure.
As the tractor truck starts like driving directly down the center, putting itself like just dropping down to the ground, as some of the Omen soldiers who are on the ground like lift out their pistol and start shooting at it as it's hitting the truck, as he puts basically the front of the tractor loader and just starts pushing down into the road and just going down the gravel road directly towards them.
Yay, more rebel.
As two of them kind of get lifted up and pushed out of the way as one of them kind of rolls off to the side. What do you do?
Okay, so most of the townspeople, we've gotten them clear, right?
Most of the townspeople are clear. You now have Oscar in the middle of the fight, and you have Krund there. You haven't seen Blackwell, and you haven't seen the guy who owns the gas station in a while.
Okay. And where did we leave the guy who owns the gas station? Is he still in the gas station?
No, he ran off.
He ran. Okay. And Blackwell.
You haven't
last
seen.
time we saw him was in the church. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got Oscar there, and Oscar has to be protected. And since Stickum, whom I love, is kind of just shooting people right now, and now we've got Crumb on that, I'm going to use my plot point, and I summon Blood Pew Pew.
There's that plot point.
Yep, so I'm using my plot point. So I summon Blood Pew Pew, which, as you guys know, means I immediately start walking straight. And now I have
For those that don't know who
giant
might be tuning in new this week, Blood Pew Pew is basically Rob Liefeld 1990s Youngblood gun, basically.
Do we have fan art of that yet?
Does she have tits?
She has tits.
Oh, with little... Never mind.
It modifies her whole body.
Yeah, she's a gun with tits. And for me, it makes it so that at any point, anything I'm turning to, you can see both my butt and my boobs
Great,
at the same
cool.
time. So I start running. And now I'm putting up smarter covering fire since Stickum was kind of just shooting willy-nilly so that Oscar can get out of the truck and also run because I want to make sure that he's protected.
So you go up behind the tractor trailers, you start shooting with Blood Pew Pew and yelling at Oscar to get out and run. He's now basically giving you a giant piece of cover in the middle of the street.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar steps out, like, okay, hope I helped. And he runs,
Okay.
starts running away. As Oscar runs back down the street as fast as he can. And he rolls a 20 on that, so he's fine. He runs away.
Fuck yeah, roll a
Oscar.
20 on running. Thank you, Oscar.
As you all
Oscar
are-
does parkour. He's like,
Oscar does not run a 2040.
No, he just like does a front flip.
oh my goodness, Oscar is so good.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah, you
graceful.
didn't know he was a secret stunt man.
Can you roll a d4 for me?
Yeah.
Actually, just go ahead and roll a d6.
6.
You rolled a 6. You get a flash inside the mind of the commander for a moment that he has anti-Psyot tech on the way. That was what the reinforcements would have been called in for, bringing out the big guns as far as power nullifiers.
And then I have another one.
Another what?
Can I see another secret? I have another secret.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you want me to roll a d6?
Yeah.
Whoa. Goodbye.
That's a 1.
As Johnny would say, I'm amped up.
It's a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is you, Karen.
Yep.
Which in that moment, I see her and I see her. I can somehow see her butt and her tits at the same time. And then
You're
a second
gonna
layer
have to give
of
us a
tits.
secret because we've already used these.
Okay, so for my secret as it pertains to what we're doing right now is I am terrified that we're gonna wind up letting all of these townsfolk die. I am super terrified that we can't find Mr. Blackwell because he was like, out of everybody that we've spoken to, he was the person that was the nicest to me. And who wasn't trying to get in my pants since we've started doing this. And he was a really sweet old dude, and I'm super, super concerned about him. But I know that if I leave, then I'm going to be putting everyone else in danger. And also, I'm super pissed off at Zach for leaving, so I can't draw my big mech. So mad.
I got to tell you guys something. Hey, Kay and Rin, and you guys, can you hear me? They're coming with anti-Psyot technology. That's what they sent reinforcements. They're going to be coming. We got to figure out.
We gotta go then. If they're sending that right now, then let's just leave because there's nothing we can be able to do.
I don't know. Professor Dandan isn't like he would still be able to shoot them and destroy.
Professor Dandan would still
He
be
has
able to
like
shoot
bomb
them.
level.
I think Professor Daniel will just go like just gone, like he'll disappear. Because if your powers go, then Professor
No.
Daniel
Professor
will go,
Dandan is
right?
not a part of her.
Yeah, he's a future gun that we got from a time that's outside of time. It's a really long story.
Okay.
While you're all
But, I
in
mean,
there
relying
together,
on
can
one-
you roll a d12 for me?
Well, look, Karen, I know that you don't like killing people, but I feel like maybe we should, I don't know, just bomb. I don't know. How many
You're the
are
one
there
that
left?
chose to be in a mind link. You all get a brief flash once again from inside Rin's mind as you see Toyo Harada enter your heads in that moment. And he is front and center, standing in front of you. And you feel this deep, deep feeling of sadness and emptiness as he just looks at you and says disappointment and turns and walks away, and then the flash disappears. Guys, why was that guy from TV in my brain?
That was not
Why
for
was
me.
that guy from TV in my brain?
I just wanted to clarify that was not for me.
That wasn't me.
What was that? What are you guys talking about?
Oh, we're gonna talk later.
Yeah, but right
About a
now,
bunch of
we gotta do something, okay? We need to link up with DK, and we need to.
Where
need
is DK? He's not connected.
Okay, is there still smoke?
Yeah, there's smoke. DK is currently to the right side of the street. Like, he could hear you if you yelled out for him. Yeah.
Because I'm in the
Yes.
center of the street.
Hello?
DK,
Yes.
we gotta go, man.
They're sending anti-Psyot technology.
And what happens if we leave? What happens to the rest of the town? If we leave, that's it. They'll just bomb the town so that people don't talk about what happened.
Then tell everyone to run. Jay, tell everyone to run. I don't know. Let's just go. We can figure that out later.
No, just give me more. Give me more. I can protect everyone. Just, I can do it.
All right.
Just give me more.
What are you gonna do?
I feel like I could bring the whole street up.
Okay, be
Just
very,
like bring
very
it
careful.
back in on themselves, and just crush them.
Once they get here, I don't know. That's really risky, man. Because what if they hit you with the anti-psyop stuff?
I don't know,
before
but
they get
I'm
here?
also a Bruja. I feel like maybe my Loa would work.
Yeah, you haven't called your thing yet.
Yeah. And I, in that moment, I very heroically take out a pixie stick and tear the top of it and start guzzling it in my mouth. And I roll for my Dark Passenger.
Okay. The mind link disconnects.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing.
What'd you do? What'd you get?
12.
Okay. You have control over your dark passenger. Hello, Noah.
Hi, Marinette.
Thank you for inviting me to the party.
Well, I'm gonna need you. Would you still work if they brought Psyop dampeners?
We are not Psyop.
Yeah, I know that. Okay, I just wanted to check. All right. I'm sure you heard that.
Yeah, because you do
Oh,
that creepy thing
yeah.
you do where you think
Oops.
that you're.
Yeah, I heard
Anyways,
everything.
she's down, and nothing's gonna happen to her. So,
Okay, then once they get here, do we just... I could blast... Hold on. We should be doing this. I should blast Kay with power.
Your mind link's down.
Oh, fuck, you're right. We're standing next to each other.
You guys are standing next to each other.
She's
She
over.
was pretty close, right? You were right next to
think
her.
we're
Yeah,
all pretty
DK's the
close.
one that's further away.
Okay, so then once we see something happening, then I'll just boost Kay really fast, and he'll bring up the whole street or whatever. If it's a helicopter, I don't know, throw the whole street at him. We can figure that out later, but
Flatline. Focus on that tractor. They're using it for cover.
Got it.
Bring the heat.
Understood.
Within all this, am I able to run closer to them without it being too far, or am I far enough to where?
You're close. You guys are all like right next to each other within like the distance of 3 houses. You haven't moved past the corner of 4th and Taylor Street and that general area yet.
Then I will regroup with them and it's like, look, they may have Psyop dampeners, but it won't dampen Professor
Cool, you're in the heat of
Dampen.
battle. What do you do?
Lifeline, give me detonation. I'm going to focus detonation on the truck.
Oh shit.
Just throw it up.
Okay, detonation mode directs explosive energy into objects.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
I only got a 3. Dang it.
and I got a 2.
Yeah!
Oh, they are working together, collusion.
there's no camera on that table.
So as you're all standing next to each other, I need the 4 of you to roll your action. All of you roll your action.
now with my lady. Oh, God.
4.
I
2.
got a 1.
You got a 1?
Yeah.
4.
2.
Okay, that was a 3. So you hear this sound, and you look over to the left, and you notice this glowing hand appearing through the smoke. As you run and jump behind DK, as you're holding on to the back of DK, the hold on, I gotta roll for K. A 2.
Oh no, Kay! No.
As you're standing behind DK, all of a sudden the entire tractor explodes, sending the 2 of you flying backwards with K as it goes up into a giant flame. Each of you taking 4 damage, except for the blast kind of hits DK and moves around him as you're kind of blocked off from it.
By the way, do I still have tree armor taken away from my injury, or?
No, you're
Okay.
good.
And so now, just so we're all clear, now my shirt has become somehow magically a crop top, and the bottoms that I'm wearing are a little bit shorter now, just so you might see some underbutt. That's just what happens. I don't know what to tell you.
Is it? I'm confused. Is it you? Because you said the lights went out. Is it nighttime?
No, but there were like emergency lights and stuff from the
okay.
explosion, and basically power's out in the town.
Okay.
Okay,
Marinette,
Was it? Yes,
you saw the lady that just did that, right?
of course.
Okay, well, go get her.
You are the driver.
And so everyone sees me step forward with Marinette. I can now. Is she on the ground?
No, she's standing through on the opposite side of the smoke.
Okay. What is around? What part of the tractor or whatever?
The tractor's exploded and you went flying backwards, so you're now closer to 3rd Street and she's up towards 4th Street. On Taylor.
Ooh, closer to 3rd.
You got blasted south and she's still standing on the north end.
I got blasted an entire street?
No, but towards that way, is what I'm saying.
I see her across the way and I pick up a part of the tractor and I lunge it. I throw it straight at her.
So you, as you're standing there, start to see the tractor lifting up from the ground as you see underneath the tractor as it rises from the silhouette of the flame, these green glowing eyes out from underneath. As the tractor leans back and gets thrown directly towards you, you get an opportunity to do an action for defense. What's your action for defense?
I am going to attempt to. I'm gonna go for shield. I'm gonna try to do my shield action.
Okay, go for shield and go for your action with +2.
5.
Your shield is 2 dice.
Oh yeah. 8.
Oh no, I got. Wait, I'm confused at what my action is just bumped up because of her, right?
Yeah, +2.
Okay, well I got 4.
So 4 + 2 is 6. And you got an
No,
8.
mine's 2 + 2. Ooh.
Okay.
That's great.
What?
I hate that look.
Well done, chat room.
What just happened? Did you just give us all plot points?
Yes.
Some people.
I don't know how to use my
Jay.
plot points actually, because I just
Jay and
Yeah, let's
Stella.
take his. Can we take Jay's?
as long as it's cool.
As the tractor comes barreling directly towards you, you pull out Lifeline Shield as the tractor hits and kind of bounces off to the left, giving you an opening through the smoke. As you now see that clear of her standing right there, what do you do?
I'm gonna use arc charge and fire lightning at her.
You're gonna arc charge lightning. Go ahead and roll for that.
Yep.
Can you roll your action for defense with a +2?
5 + 2, 7.
5.
So you reach out, Lifeline,
My arc charge.
and you start blasting out electricity as it hits you.
Ha ha ha.
And you just grin and start walking towards her as the energy is just kind of flowing into you.
Wait. Do me like you did the tractor. Throw me at her. Throw me at her.
It's not the first time you've said do me, but and so in that moment
Yeah.
I'm feeling extremely cocky and smirking in all my glory of my power.
I charge.
Are you guys gonna charge each other right before? So she touches
Okay, so
him.
you touch her. You touch DK.
I was already touching him.
So you're touching him behind him as you're standing
Yeah.
on him, and you just kind of put your head down. And go ahead and roll that.
13.
Yeah, that works. So you, with your hands
So
on his
how to
back,
use my
before
platform.
you go over to her, you feel the hands on your back, your naked back, as this energy pulses through you, and you feel better and stronger than you've ever felt before. As the energy pulses through you, as the blue light is seen as a flash in all directions, you all see this blue light just emit from DK's body as you then go moving directly towards, like, it's almost like you hear him running behind you. As you're walking forward in the electricity, you hear DK running directly towards you as you don't even look to see him, as you grab him, basically, and
Marinette is very excited that she gets to throw this man, and with all of her might, picks up DK, which I'm so strong, he's like light as a feather. He's like a little pillow, a little DK pillow, and I chuck him full force.
And
I'm
when
gonna say when you reach behind to grab, you don't even look at him. You're just walking forward, and you just kind of grab him like this by the neck, and just throw him like a baseball.
And
As-
I tuck like I'm doing a cannonball and just try and like get as dense as I can as I fly towards her.
Great. So this is gonna suck for you. What do you do for defense?
I'm gonna use Ghost to see if he'll just go flying right through me.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. So I'm gonna have you roll for that, DK. I'm gonna have you roll your action. So I'm
Okay.
gonna have you. What's your action?
D8.
Okay, I'm gonna have you +4 it
Okay.
since you're boosted.
6.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh, Evie.
Come on, babe.
What, DK? I need you again. All right, let's do it. Let's. 4 + 4, 8.
Dang it.
So as you are electricity and you see through the electricity and the fire, this individual grabbed and thrown directly towards you. You
so
have a
weird.
split second as you're like lifeline,
Lifeline.
and you get to the like G, and as your shield is down, this hits you with an immense amount of force as it throws you flying backwards. You're gonna take 6 damage on that. Now, granted, I've seen your. She still has it, guys.
No. Go ahead to go to page 102 if you'd want to know how much that does. She still has 6 points of armor.
Yeah, basically.
She's a chunky baby.
Yes, we are using granite.
We need to
sheet.
make her into. We need to take out the commander.
That
We need to
was
turn her
the
back into our ally.
knuckleball especiale.
As this is happening, the commander pulls out 2 Beretta pistols and starts firing directly at Noah, walking down the street, shooting directly at you. I'm going to have you roll your action for me. Fuck. Wait, no, that's my luck. I forgot for a
On
second.
a D12?
My luck was. No, just
Oh,
your
no.
action. +2.
6
still have a
plus
gun.
2 is 8. I mean, yeah.
No, you're great. You still win even with my luck. Okay, so
Oh, man!
Look it.
his action
saying
isn't that
that.
high. Only she's the only super powered one in the group.
He's a normal human.
As he's shooting at you, the bullets are just kind of like the green energy is kind of grabbing
like
them
it.
as they're and hitting him as your eyes continue to glow green as you're walking down the street. The other Omen soldiers turn. Oh shit, that's a good one to have my luck on. Directly towards Kay as he's still standing, kind of trying to get back up after the explosion sent him reeling. The tractor, the cover that you once had, is now gone. As if you shoot past Noah, there's no cover there and the street is open. So,
Where am I at?
targeting Kay,
After
you
I-
are to the left of Kay, thrown to the ground. So you're still back towards 3rd Street, all the way down, but on the west side of the street.
How close am I to Kay?
You're very close, like probably
Okay.
5-10 feet. As they start shooting towards Kay, seeing him as the primary threat, as they start moving forward, there are still 4 Omen soldiers on the ground. As they are moving forward, as you turn to the right and see Kay and them on the other side moving towards, as they get back into formation and start pushing down the street, shooting directly in his general direction, he takes a bullet first to the arm and then another one to the other arm as he's trying to get back up, as the bullets are kind of moving all around him, as he takes another 4 damage after taking that first hit, and his armor and everything is completely gone, and his might and action are now lowered by 1 as he's bleeding out, and as he starts just basically crying on the ground in front of you, very unprepared for everything that's going down.
Okay, I'm going to use my plot point.
Okay.
Because before Pew Pew gets blood pew-pewed, Pew Pew is typically, she sometimes has bullets, but she's usually used as a trank gun. And so blood pew pew is recognizing that it would be a good idea, as much as blood pew pew loves violence and loves death. Blood pew pew has also recognized that it's going to be really hard to kill all of these dudes. So blood pew pew is now shooting tranks, very, very hurty, powerful tranks. And so in like a motion, just shoots a bunch of tranks into the necks of these soldiers, and each one individually goes in.
So you're
and
doing
as it
80s
does-
action movie star, just
Yeah.
and it's like- and they happen to hit, think, hitting all
Yeah,
of
so
them.
they're so they're hitting all of them in their necks, and while they do, blood pew pew, whereas normally she would make kind of an noise when that happens, you just keep hearing like take it, suck it, take it, take it, as all of the bullets keep hitting, and then as the tranks go, you can actually hear the needles, and normally it would be kind of like a, but then this time you just hear like take it.
Okay, hold on a second. You're pulling
the
some.
needles have little eyes like anime. Like as they go in.
You're pulling some Noah shit right now. So
Yeah, they're all adorable.
that's a pretty good. I'm gonna automatically have it hit 2
Okay.
that we're shooting at K. For the other 2, I'm gonna have you roll.
They're all like quiet. Like they're all like.
What am I rolling?
Roll your power.
One.
The chat room just keeps reminding everyone this is canon. Thank you guys. Yes, this is supposed to be canon.
This battle is epic. I don't know about you.
So 2 of them get hit. The needles flying through the air, hitting them in the neck as they fall to the ground immediately, stopping their barrage of fire on Kay as the other 2 are able to kind of duck down and dodge the bullets as you're shooting wildly in all directions. You still have Crunch shooting wildly that way, Stickum still on the ground letting loose as bullets are just flying towards the Omen's general direction. You stand yourself back up after taking that hit. DK is pretty much right next to you. Holding on to you. What do you do?
He's holding on to me.
He hit you hard.
He
He's
hit me
basically
hard.
on you in that instant.
I want to use the power of suggestion. And try to recruit him to my own cause.
Oh no!
Just sell it for me. Talk me through it.
Yeah.
to do all
Like talk
that.
like
Okay, all right.
anime style.
Super. So I look at this naked man with his square testicle with eyeballs, if I'm understanding correctly. And I turn to him and I'm like, you don't understand how useful your power is. If you'd only allow yourselves to have your powers assimilated by our corporation, psyop abilities are so helpful to people like myself. I'm gonna be dead by the time I'm 30, but Hardcore has made sure that I'll be standing until then, and it's because of our ability to harvest abilities like yours. Help me gather up your friends so that we may sample all of them and take their abilities and help people who are dying and would live terrible existences without special human abilities.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna give you a plot point for this.
Nice.
Oh, you dirty boy. You are so dirty.
So, tell me what happens when you call in for suggestion from Lifeline. What do you have DK do?
I have him, it seems I have him immediately turn on the girl who threw him at me and launch himself at her, attempting to replicate that action. I will call upon Muscle so that I have the ability to lift him and throw him at her.
Okay, basically, you feel this energy. Actually, okay, just to be fair, because you are doing this to another player, I'm
Yes.
going to have you roll your power for suggestion
Okay.
against your action.
Okay.
Just to
Okay.
be fair.
Oh boy.
Oh, it rolled
Oh.
twice.
Well, it was, to be fair, it was on what? I don't remember.
Three.
So it's 7, but when I hit with the D4, it went to a
It's
6.
on-
So it was like maximum like
I got
10.
a 10, basically. I'll leave it up to you if you want to allow me to have that 10.
It is a plot point, so you kind of do get that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, what are you rolling? A D8?
D8, I can't beat a 10 no matter how.
And what did you say? It landed?
7.
But then it.
It was on a 3, and then when I rolled the D4,
It moved it over.
It moved it to a 6.
Chat
That was
room, it's up to
pretty
you.
awesome, actually.
Chat room, I'll let you decide. Start a poll really quick. Do we keep it at a 10 or a 7? I'll let the chat room decide.
They have
Go ahead and
20
hold that die. You guys hold there for just a second. We'll let the chat room.
It's a great time to talk about
And yes, I
September.
understand it is a plot point, everybody, but I made Noah roll to suggest against another player character, so it's only fair that we go both ways with that.
Can I check on Kay while the chat room is deliberating?
Yes, so you run over to Kay, who is bleeding out on the ground as.
Oh my god. I take more strips off of my clothing and start.
What are you doing?
Calm down, and I start bandaging up his wounds because you can't. You don't want to take out bullets. This is the thing. You don't want to take out bullets because then he'll just start bleeding out. So when someone has a puncture wound, you actually kind of have to leave the stuff in there. So I start tying it out so it'll help with the bleeding as well.
I need more power.
No, no.
I need more power.
Okay, you don't know what you're doing. You don't need more power. You need to
need
rest.
more power.
Okay, look at me. Look at me. You need to go. You're done. Kid, look at me. You're done. You're going home. Or to wherever. You did great. You did amazingly.
I don't have a home. I'm just a drifter. I want to stay with you.
Okay.
With
You can stay with us, but you have to be safe now, okay? We're not leaving anyone behind. Not anymore. But you got to stay safe.
No, give me power. I can do this.
No. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You're done. You've got to kick whatever it is that she did to you. You don't need more power. You need to rest.
Chat room, close the poll.
I'll be so disappointed.
Chat, close the poll. We'll see what happens. What are you doing in this moment? You have, what are you doing?
I was gonna wait until this happened before I moved on to
Okay, it's
my
7.
next
You
move.
get a chance to roll against it.
Oh my God, there's
Do it.
only one chance. One chance, one moment. No!
As you get up, seeing him on the ground, and you give him this speech, you call in Lifeline for suggestion. As you put the thought in his head that the woman who just attacked him is now his enemy, as you then call in for Lifeline Muscle, as you pick him up and you throw him directly back at Noah, as DK, you put yourself in a ball and retaliate the attack. DK, your action and your action.
6.
5.
As you are now blindsided, as you turn back towards and see DK coming right back at you as he hits you and throws you flying against the backside, hitting the east side of the street, running into one of the houses on Taylor Street as you fall basically into the wall as the wall starts crumbling down on the both of you, and you take 4 damage
I suppose
from that hit.
this is retaliation for the time that I threw him. Times that I threw him.
As you get back up, as you now are, back in control for 1 full turn, that's your enemy. What do?
I run over to where Kay and Karen are. I'm like, we have to take out this pink-haired chick. We need to take her out right now.
Cool. Can you go
So-
ahead and roll a d4 for me?
3.
Okay, the both of you up your power just like that. Now roll a d6. So you all went up 1 there. The 2 of you standing next to each other.
6.
Once again,
Wait, what do you mean once again? Like,
go ahead and level it up again. These have been stacked.
shit.
Chat
Okay.
has been giving you stuff.
So D6. There you go.
And 1 more at a d8.
Hold on, I can't math all of this.
No,
oh my
no,
God.
it's okay. Just roll a d8.
Okay. This is the D8.
That's the one.
5.
Okay, so you have about basically 15 minutes of up 3 values on all of your stats between the 2 of you.
Y'all better take her.
As you're kind of like down on the ground talking to her, you just start emitting this blue energy that's kind of linked between the 2 of you as you feel this energy surging through you and just coursing through your veins.
I didn't even have to use a plot.
Okay, as I feel it coursing through me, I now suddenly probably have like 1 or 2 more veins on my neck.
Wait, so was that my turn though?
No, you still have your turn.
Can
You're just, all your values are up.
I go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Plot point!
Okay. What do you do?
Okay,
What's up?
I hope I'm doing this right because
Sell it to
technically
me.
my story is other people's story too. So as all of us are boosted, right? Me, Karen, and Kay. And Kay just like suddenly feels like energized, even though he's still bleeding. He's like, I'm
And
ready
he
to do
wanted
this.
the juice.
I can do this. And I'm like, awesome, let's do this. All right, here's a piece of pebble from the ground. I need you to take this entire earth and crush that woman right over there. Crush her with all of your might. And so he's like, yeah, I can do it. And so he concentrates really hard, and we can all feel like the ground just suddenly shaking real hard. And all of the
Okay,
ground.
so I'll let you sell it, but I am gonna roll for K because your
Yeah,
plot point
I know.
is like yourself.
I know.
But since
But
it's
I
another person.
Okay. The ground is shaking really hard, and she is only like slightly ahead of us, right? She's pretty close. All right. And a sinkhole is like starting to form underneath her, and it's all coming down, coming down. But at the same time, it's also coming up. It's the same way that like a drop of water comes down and comes back up. So if everything rolls correctly, what's going to happen is everything comes down into the sinkhole and then shoots right back up and shoots her and crushes her like with all of its together.
Cool. So in that instance, you can hope that it crushes her, but you can't actually kill a main player character. And a small NPC maybe. But if the attack results for him, God, he's super boosted right now.
Super boosted.
Roll your action.
Super boost.
And what are you doing for defense?
He's trying to bring the ground down on me.
Yeah.
So you just threw DK and you feel the ground shaking.
Cool. I feel the ground is shaking. Okay. If I feel the ground shaking, then I'm gonna try to fly off the ground.
So you're gonna try to fly.
I'm gonna fly, away. If the
Okay.
ground is shaking,
All right.
that'd
Roll.
be my natural reaction is get the F off
Roll
the
for
ground.
it.
4.
Fuck.
As you help Kay up, as he starts feeling all this energy running through him, and you put a hand on his back, and you start seeing all this blue energy. You guys don't see any of this. You standing right next to him, see her stand up, put her hand on his back, as he takes the pebble from the ground and starts lifting up with all of his might, as you see the earth starting to actually rise out from under you, as parts of the asphalt and the ground are just literally lifting up off of the ground. And as he's pushing all this energy, you start to see his veins popping out of his arms, as it almost looks as if his life itself is draining out from inside of him, as the blue energy is pushing out in all directions. His arms get a little bit thinner. His body starts sinking in as all of this energy is being pushed outwards. The ground starts lifting up from underneath you as you start kind of losing your footing and unable to move in, as you start getting thrown in from the sides, as the entire earth kind of comes in, collapsing on you, bringing you down to the ground and then throwing you out from the top. You take 4 more damage.
Okay.
As it's kind of the crush on you throws you off to the side. Given all the rubble and all the debris, you don't see where she lands. You just see all of the earth come crashing down in all directions.
And it's just smoke
given that
dust cloud everywhere.
it did completely destroy the 2 other Omen soldiers that were shooting at you in the front of that, as they are now removed from the board, and there are only 2 Omen soldiers out there asleep,
What did you say, Omega class? Because that sounds delicious.
Those 2
Wait,
are
how many
there.
are left now?
There's
one.
just one question. DK wouldn't know this because since he's been boxed out by Marionette, the same way that he kind of gets white and sickly when he uses the power, does it look anything like their vision of Jim and whatchamacallit?
Jason.
Jim and Jason?
Who's asking me? DK's asking me?
DK
DK can't ask me that right now, and DK doesn't see it. So
Okay.
How many soldiers are left? Because my count was...
you only have the commander and Flatline left, but you can't see where Flatline landed, and the commander was off to the side, and you haven't seen him for a little while, because he moved off to the west side. And you haven't seen him. But as the ground comes crashing down, smashing the Omen soldiers that were on there, and the dust is on there, Kay, immediately after moving, falls to the ground, weak, and just hits the ground, as he has a hard time breathing, as his lungs are... As you see his body just looking extremely shriveled and small.
What did you do?
I'm just trying to help.
What did you do?
I did. We used the power. What are you talking about? I'm just trying to help.
Save the town?
Yeah, you
Save
did.
everybody.
But we got to get out of
honey.
here now.
Yes, sweetie, you saved the town.
You see a smile kind of on his face as his eyes close and his body goes limp as he's
Okay.
laying on the ground in front of you.
Okay. I shake him. I start checking for pulse.
You hear the sound as you hear a copter coming in. You can't see from what direction, given all of the dust and debris that is surrounding you. You hear it, but you can't see it yet. We go back to the inside of this building. You are in the rubble of this building as DK is on top of you, extremely heavy, and currently sees you as his enemy. Do you say anything to her?
We must follow the hardcore. The hardcore are only trying to help us.
What the fuck is the matter with you?
The hardcore only know that. Stop acting like you don't know what this is. The hardcore. The hardcore must be protected.
Cool, great. What do you do?
I'm gonna use my. He's on top of me. I'm just gonna shove him off me. I still have my. Do I still have Marionette?
Yeah, you do, but
What?
okay. So you're gonna try to push him off of you?
Fine. I will. How long is? So she did that on him. He has one turn. I'm just trying to get. I just want to make sure I'm using my stuff correctly.
Hardcore. I think the kiss
this
breaks
is-
the curse.
this is-
Hardcore. Hardcore. I must
I just
stop
need
you. I can't control
clarification.
myself. I'm sorry. Hardcore.
He has one turn of this, right? In the same way that she had one turn.
Omen, not hardcore.
Hers was deactivated manually, not through turns.
Oh,
So this is.
but this is
He'll be out of it soon.
Yeah.
okay.
It'll probably be a roll
Omen,
against
we
will.
must go to Omen and help them out. Maybe
Okay,
a kiss will do it. I don't know. You just got to try.
and use my power of suggestion on DK and to bring him back to the DK that we know.
So you're fighting against basically her suggestion. So I'm gonna have you rolling against her suggestion.
Okay, but also I take his face. I hold his face and I look him right in the eyes and I press our lips together.
Oh, this might work. I don't know.
Press our lips together and I slip my tongue in there too.
Oh my goodness.
With the power of suggestion.
We're gonna roll for a bunch of things right now. One of the things we're gonna roll for is you're gonna be rolling your suggestion against your suggestion, but you are going to get a +4 for the manipulation tactic.
True love's kiss.
True love's kiss.
But then you're also going to roll for control of Marionette.
Okay. Oh God, because Marionette killed this man.
So first, suggestion versus suggestion.
Wait. Okay, my action. Her action. Oh my God. 6.
7.
Did you do your +4?
Oh no, 10.
7 still.
Okay, so he doesn't seem to be responding as you're reaching out, but then you just grab him and pull him close. I need you to roll a d12 for me.
Do we have is there music going as
Yeah.
this is
Oh yeah,
happening?
yeah, yeah. Well, that kind of music? No. You just roll your d12.
Someone make the music. My darling. God. 10.
No joke, a 9.
The gods want this to happen.
The odds are in our favor.
You feel Marionette screaming inside your skull, just against every essence of your being, but you push through it to get to DK. As an owl, the screech owl lands inside the rubble of the house behind you and is just screaming in all general directions as DK snaps out of it as you are locked lips with Noah.
The owl isn't screeching. The owl is peacocking. The owl's peacocking.
Oh my
It's
That
like
owl represents Marionette, and she is not happy.
Oh, it worked. It did work. The kiss worked. Oh my goodness, I could not believe it. Oh.
All right. Well, let's just
Let's
whatever.
let's not fight anymore. No, you're right. We have to bring it in. I don't care about the jokes anymore. You are the one for me. Thank you.
Okay. Well, our
We
friends
together.
are dying. Let's just not bring this up, okay?
Okay, I will not bring it up. I will never kiss and tell. Let's go fight.
What do you do? What are you doing?
I run out and you just see me slide out almost like risky business. and I'm like, amped up and ready to fight. So, okay, so we got a whole exploded floor here, and we see
The ground is like missing out from in front of you. You go to slide out of the building, and you kind of trip and fall into a hole that used to be a street. Is no longer there, and then it's just a pile of rubble in all directions around you as you're still just smoke from the gas station as the fire is pummeling upwards into the air, is filling, it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
Can I see Karen and company over there?
Yes, they would be just to your left.
Okay, so I run to Karen and I'm like, let me get Professor Dan.
Sure, I can't.
Because I hear the helicopters as well.
Yeah, you hear the helicopter.
Can you reach into my back pocket?
On that note, I'm going to have you, and you all roll for your action.
Oh.
Am I still boosted?
Yeah, for 15
Yeah,
minutes.
15 minutes. You're still fucking boosted.
Oh, thank God, because that's
Oh
six.
no, that's a 3.
6 for me.
Cool.
With your boost?
As you run,
20. And I got 3.
as,
Yes, do you have another?
As you run over and ask for Professor Dan, you hear first ding, 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 and you look down and you see a grenade roll and hit your foot. As you see it, you turn and you kind of grab Karen as you go hard and protect her as the blast goes out, throwing you up into the air and back. You take 4 damage. You take 4 damage. As that knocks out your armor, doesn't it?
You know what? I don't. What is that? Is that an armor?
Yeah, those are
Okay.
armor there.
Yeah.
Can I see your sheet? Because I don't know if I've marked your armor on there. You had less armor than
I had
everyone
4.
else.
I should have like way less armor, but yeah, 4 is usually.
Oh, you can just show it to me. I can see it.
Boop.
Yep, that's
Okay.
what I thought. Yeah, your armor is now completely removed as you are into your health. As you go flying back through
Wait,
the
what
air.
is my health? It's not on the
It's on the next part.
But it's, so is it my turn still or?
Yeah, that
Okay.
was a grenade hit and
Okay.
throw you out as you grabbed Karen and shielded her, and you're now up.
So at that point, we cut into the helicopter.
Wait, what?
At that point, we cut into the helicopter. Niner. Looks like we dropped the nades. We're gonna get these guys taken out.
You think that a grenade came from the helicopter?
All right, I guess it did. Niner. Whoever threw those grenades. Okay, good job. We're just bringing it down here. We're gonna get ready for the what in darnations? And through the clouds, you just see a boom, a flume up of a naked guy. And then like all of a sudden 70s blaxploitation.
Was this right after you got made out with by Noah?
Oh yeah, so now I'm charged up by love energy.
There are several things that are charged up.
Oh, we
Yeah.
remembered.
Oh yeah.
We for sure remembered.
Yeah, so once you get past that like straight up black bar, you see and it's my Pop Funko testicle and goes,
Oh, you
that
mean this
does
pop
that,
punk?
yeah.
You mean this one?
Does that man have a Pop Funko as a testicle?
Technically, it's an Exo Manowar head.
Is that
Yep.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah,
I don't know why you think everyone has like binocular vision on your testicles. but-
they're using these sites, and so I just pull out the Professor Dan, and then Dan's like, "Do you need help killing?" Like, see, not this time, buddy. I'm fueled by love. And in slow motion, I let out and I go, the one that blows up. And then I fly, and then it's like a shot of me and a helicopter, and you just see in slow motion as this naked man shoots a bullet right at the helicopter. And then I'll let, I guess, the dice roll decide the rest.
Yep. So as you're flying up in the air, like you said, through the smoke plumes with Dan shooting the bullet directly through.
Full mass.
As they see the bullet coming directly towards them, can you go ahead and I'm gonna have you roll for the explosion. So roll your action
Okay.
on that, and
Oh no.
1.
cool. So the bullet goes in and hits the driver of the helicopter as he's down. It's a headshot as the bullet travels through the glass, and you hear the like ding 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 ding, or you don't. They do inside the helicopter the ting 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 as they immediately exit the helicopter, jumping out as the explosion rings out. But you saw 3 individuals jump out the side as they come down to the ground.
I was hoping to get them. Ah, okay.
The individuals that you see jumping out of the helicopter all are wearing the exact same material that Flatline is wearing. As a Major Palmer hits the ground and immediately
Told you we gotta get out of here.
immediately calls for Flatline. You are conscious and you hear, yeah. Flatline, sit rep.
Sir,
What are we looking at?
we've got, I don't know, at least 4 psyops here. Some of them seem to be extremely overpowered. Like, maybe one of them is able to boost the other's abilities.
Do you have eyes on which one?
I think it's our target, sir, the one with the blue hair.
Who are the other Psyots?
Seems...
Descriptions.
So there's one who's completely naked and seems to be able to make his body incredibly heavy or incredibly light. At times he was floating, at other times he was barreling through walls. Another...
Ethnicity.
Black?
So, the individual described to us that has been missing, possibly?
Perhaps.
So I'm guessing we have another individual on site who is extremely dangerous that has chemical compound powers, another conjurer, and a mind reader. Psyot tech activated. Guys, shields up. We have mind readers on location. Suggest killing all individuals on site. Lifeline. Please send a call out to the scarred man. We have an individual here that I think might be of interest. We have a PSYOP booster. Waiting for your control. All right, Flatline,
Sir.
I need you to clear the area. Get the smoke out. We need eyes.
Understood.
What do you think we should do after that? You've been dealing with them.
Yes.
Quick strike.
I say our first objective would be to target the individual that seems to be boosting everyone else's abilities. I'm not certain if...
Hold on. Understood, Lifeline. She is to be captured alive.
Alive.
The rest are to be killed on sight. If at all possible, but primary objective is removing her. Omen can deal with the rest. Hardcore is here to remove her from the premise. We need that ability.
Copy that, sir.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
I'm going to have you call in invisibility. Get in close, assess the situation, report back to me. I will do my best to stall.
Understood, sir. Lifeline. Give me invisibility.
All right, go for it.
6.
Total? Okay, that'll work. As you just disappear in that moment and start making your way back towards where the fight was happening, the individuals on the ground are calling out, Psyots! Look, I know you're out there. I assume that no one would like to die today. Am I assuming correctly?
I'm way up in the sky. I can't hear any of this. I'm still floating.
Oh, I mean, the helicopter went down.
Okay.
I'm not
so
giving
I guess
away my
I
position.
wherever
I'm
it,
not giving away my position.
Figure there's a couple different ways we can do this. As known terrorists, you turn yourselves in. We settle this in court.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to settle it in court. They're going to kill us.
Hot Boy is almost like Dr. Strangelove riding down a flaming helicopter, right? Trying to, as far as he can, follow suit. And I'm just like, yeehaw! We are going to mount up!
So you're riding the helicopter
The flaming
down?
helicopter down. Really just trying to push the weight down, and this is blind, so I might land way out the way.
Okay.
I'm several. Wait, where am I right now? I got blasted, right? So I'm several.
Just
feet
thrown
behind.
backwards, a little bit farther back from the center of the road. Still primarily out there. So you're flying down. Can you go ahead and roll your action for me?
Okay, oh boy. Don't hit me with another one, okay? 4.
Better than a 1.
As you're falling down to the sky, you all see this helicopter just flying down as like extremely fast as you see DK like on top of it, like hand on it, like pushing it down into the earth, headed directly towards the individual who's out in the street talking to you. As he looks up, and without a care in the world, he calls out, "Lifeline, breakdown," as he puts his hand out. And as the tip of the helicopter touches his hand, it starts disintegrating and disappearing on impact as it starts falling into his hand, as all of that just starts disappearing as he just kind of stands there, and everything around it just starts pushing out in all directions, hitting the ground in flames around him. As the helicopter disappears underneath you, you kind of hit the ground and roll out in front of him as he brings his hand down and starts walking over towards you. DK Unaka. I may not be able to shoot you. There are many ways I can think of killing you.
Yeah, no, I'm not signing up for that. This is more of a distraction so that you don't look that way.
Can you roll your charisma?
Oh, man.
With the D12?
Okay. That was 4, which is my max. Oh my god. And 4, 8.
Lifeline, muscle, as he reaches out and grabs your finger and just snaps it as it goes backwards.
Oh no, that really hurts.
I'm guessing the strength of your ability depends on how fast you can think.
Yeah. Oh, my testicle got cut off, you fuck. I'm good right now.
You take 3 damage.
What? Just from a finger?
Oh yeah, it's a broken finger.
Oh, here's my...
It's okay. As he's holding your finger there, I'm going to use a plot point here.
When do we get a turn?
Plot point. Flatline, you have eyes on target.
Yes, sir.
Grab the target, call for flight.
No.
We're exiting.
No.
So you see out of the corner of your eye, as everybody's kind of standing in the street, all of a sudden Flatline appears behind you with her arms around you as she then calls for flight and rockets up into the air and disappears.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now, Mr. Unaka,
Yes.
how would you like to end this?
What are my options?
And we're going to end it for this week right there.
Wow.
Thank you guys so much.
Damn, dude.
I'm still going to let you guys keep your plot points for next week if you had one left over because we are still in the heat of battle. So we will be starting next week right in that moment.
Oh, damn.
Thank you guys so much for
I
your
need
contributions.
more plot points, you guys. I need more plot points at the beginning of the next episode. Thank you.
That was so good.
Thank you guys so much for your donations, your contributions, your support.
Thank you.
Did we beat Omen?
Yeah, they defeated. That's how you got the plot points,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, Jay now has 2 plot points banked. This
Hell
is
yeah,
correct.
and he's coming back in big.
Jay, Johnny will be back next week, but unfortunately, we will be missing Stella at New York City Comic Con next week. So if
Yeah.
you're at New York City Comic Con,
Yo, maybe I should talk to Valiant and be like, need people.
yeah, we could probably do that.
Yo, that'd be awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Guys,
originally
I'll
we were
see you
going
at
to be
New
there,
York
but we got too
Comic-Con.
much work to do, so
Oh, no worries, Dana.
we'll try to figure that out. And
Sorry,
thank you
Thank
to
you,
our very secret,
So scary.
Thank you.
our secret special guest for tonight.
Everyone steals my best. You know.
The players didn't know she was coming on either, so this was just a fun little secret to have.
She was like creeping behind me, and I was like, "Well, this is highly irregular."
Yeah,
And then she starts putting the chair, and I was like, "Okay, I see you." Okay.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh my God, that was such a good episode,
Playing
guys.
with us. As soon as you had like your first couple crappy rolls, it's like, yeah, that's what happens.
Yep.
That's what happens.
I had a couple good ones though. I
It's a
had a
good
great
roll.
strategy for dealing with both of them at once, but plot point to the rescue.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, Emma is here all the time throughout the week on Hyper Otaku,
I am.
on Tuesday nights, and also Friday nights is the captain of the crew on our Star Wars RPG, Edge of the Empire. So if you like RPGs, if you like this
Yeah.
craziness, Emma is the captain of that crew, and you should tune in.
Totally watch it. We also get in a lot of trouble. Have major cliffhangers at the end of every episode.
And you guys also
Do you
kill
have
people
naked
you shouldn't.
people?
Naked.
You know, we haven't really.
You don't have as
We have
much.
a lot of
naked
nudity.
We are naked. Oh,
You
Yeah.
I
definitely
drew
don't have
balls.
as much seducing of characters.
No,
You also
no.
don't have as much.
I mean, I flirt my way out of a lot of situations, but there's
Right.
not so much the seduction. Yeah.
you don't sleep with police officers.
We've definitely
No,
done
no.
bad, naughty things.
Naughty things.
We killed
Morally
basically every
questionable.
NPC, so.
we just got into the habit of killing every NPC.
Oh, good. Yeah. Pretty much every NPC we've ever encountered is dead. So.
But once again, I'm about to read through all the wonderful tips that just came through. Thank you guys so much for your contributions. For all the people that might be new and wondering what this crazy shit is, this is a canon Valiant comic book show. Believe it or not, what happens on the show is building up to what's going to happen in the comic books leading up to Harbinger Wars 2. So these are all psyops who are being hunted right now by Omen. And we have all sorts of exciting things in store over the next year, building up to Harbinger Wars 2. Don't forget to head to your local comic book shop and pick up your favorite comics because that's some dope shit. Did we get to 10 subscribers? We're at 6! We need 4 more subscribers to do a big Valiant box of awesome stuff. 4 more subscribers!
No, that box is amazing. If y'all don't get it, I'ma start holding the boxes, and they just go and live with me in my new apartment. So y'all gotta start subscribing because I want all of those boxes.
Oh my gosh, Uber Voldy posted so many gifts from tonight.
Oh,
So funny. I need to check.
I'm dead.
Yep.
There's so many of them.
But guys, subscribing to
I
Hyper
love
RPG
that.
goes a long way to allow us to keep doing this kind of crazy content and gets you behind the scenes access to all the stuff that we got going on, including our Discord where the hosts are often in there hanging out and having a good time and talking. Make sure to go over to our Reddit for the post-discussion thread. I know there were a lot of little things revealed tonight that may or may not be really important, so talk about them on Reddit in the post-discussion thread. These guys like to hop in there. And thank you all so much for joining in on the role-playing last week. As a community, that was really cool.
That was so much fun.
and a really neat
I
thing
saw
to
that
see.
Reddit thread that you posted. That was dope.
It was
so
really
much
cool.
fun, you guys.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you
Almost
guys so
as
much.
much fun as it was trying to watch Iffy think of names for like Heretic and like other people. He's like Harry Tick.
I was honestly going to let you guys follow through with the plan that you came up with, and then he ran in charging and blew up the gas station.
Oh god,
Dude,
that's gonna look so
I
bad on the social
know.
media live stream because you shot first.
That's true, and that's basically the only thing they would have got on camera.
Thanks,
Just
DK.
throwing that out there.
Yep. Leroy Jenkins.
And
Yep.
also, DK is missing? Isn't that what one of the guys said? One of the hardcore guys?
Oh,
because he's missing.
you've all been missing.
Yeah, we're all missing.
You've all been missing. You
'cause we've
are
been on the run.
You are terrorists
We are
that just
wanted.
You are.
disappeared. And,
I was hoping his dad was like, I want my son back because I
No,
miss him.
no. As terrorists wanted by the law. Hey, Mighty Socks just subscribed. Oh, we had another subscriber and I missed it. That was 2 subs. Let me pull it up. I can figure
Just
it.
2 more.
Oh, we need to
Panda Koala 777. Boom.
That
You
box
guys
is
rock.
so good. seriously, y'all want that box.
Tankies.
All right. Let's start getting through some of these tips that came in to support the channel. Whiteface Town Council for hashtag lead narrator and the Renegades. Why would you give it to me? Geica for Ren and Livewire time. Erzlin for DK and Livewire. The Purple Hand for Karen hates clowns, so let's quit the clowning around. Generation 0. Clown Posse for Karen and her buddy Hug Pile. Erzlin, I don't have anything funny to say. I'm really worried about the Omen attack. Hashtag DK and Livewire. Jabberwocky, I feel DK is going to need to get hard quite a bit. Also Divinity. Hulk Hogan. Karen, when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, you got to take a stand. It don't hurt to hide.
Just keep saying it.
If you hurt my friends and you hurt my pride, I gotta be a man. I can't let it slide. I'm a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. Hashtag Renegades. Hey, Whitney, VDM just subscribed.
Hey,
Thank you, Whitney, for pulling the trigger. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
September.
Woo woo! Sub hype. Numpty524 for DK and MI6. Zakanian, every town has a plan until it gets punched in the mouth. Hashtag Punk Mambo and DK.
Not wrong.
Rabid Wombat 442. Let's keep this fun. Hashtag lead narrator. Hashtag Divinity. Mighty Socks. Ketso Wo Tibiru.
What?
Hey! Andy
I know
Chan
what
just
that means.
subscribed. That's it, guys. Get active in the chat. Get active in the chat. We're doing another giveaway.
To give stuff
And don't
away.
forget,
Swag.
we don't say this enough.
know.
If you're a subscriber to this channel, you have an ability to show up in this show because we pull a winner at the end of the show for an NPC to show up on the next week. All these names we're bringing up of all these different characters on the show, these are you guys. These are people, you get to become canon in the Valiant comic book universe for being a subscriber and watching the show and hanging out in the chat room. So, thank you. Is somebody back there doing the giveaway?
Yes, it does.
Hopefully somebody is. All right. All right. Jabberwocky says, I feel like I should give something back to Karen since she gave me gassy. Hashtag Renegades. Lucas, you got that giveaway? Cool. Demoon Rules says, the guy who spoke up in the meeting was Dermon Raines. He relocated to Detroit with his family, and eventually his grandson, named in his honor, moved to Seattle after working for Knight Errant. That's right. Psyops are part of the awakening. Hashtag Renegades. Mr. Owl, before everything explodes, hashtag lead narrator, hashtag hugpile. DK needs to get hard for DK and Livewire. The Purple Hand, DK getting hard might be useful tonight, hashtag Renegades. Nult, pouring one out for Generation 0. The power group must avenge Cronus, Telek, and Gamete. Erzlin for Noah and Livewire. By the way, if you guys aren't reading the comic books, well then, shit, I shouldn't spoil it for you. But the people who just showed up, something needs to be figured out other than fighting them. That's all I'm gonna say.
I told everyone, gotta run, gotta go.
We can't leave the townspeople.
Yeah, you're gone.
Not my problem. Not my problem.
Let's see. Let's get some help. Probably help, right, from one of Karen's friends, from Jay Pistol. And once again, thank you, Jay Pistol, for your weekly recap videos. Have fun recapping this for next week. Void Smoker, Noah, or should it be Loa? Punk Mambo. Lucid Attorney, so much can go wrong in such an epic manner this episode, which is why lead narrator needs more plot points to help make it even worse for everyone. And let's have Divinity take a crack at Omen. Mr. Owl for lead narrator and Divinity. Erzlin, some for Ren. They may need some of her support. Livewire. Erzlin pumping up Ren for the battle. Livewire. Rabid Wombat 442. I'm sure Generation 0 liked the twist lead narrator just threw. Erzlin, more for Ren and Livewire. Jabberwocky, I feel like Ren is going to need all the power she can get, and the Renegades have been hitting pretty hard. Let's see. Jay Pistol, let's know more secrets, but not about the townspeople. You can't read our minds, right? Hashtag Divinity. The power group needs help for Ren and Livewire. Uberbaldi, I think Karen is going to need some help, and maybe she can learn something from how Bloodshot. Also, Emma is damn scary. Leroy Jenkins, way to rush in and ruin the plan, DK. At least I had chicken when I did it. Divinity and lead narrator. Nult says the power group needs to act like the Renegades if they are going to survive the Hardcore's attack. Let's hope Ren can boost them enough. I still don't trust her though. Whiteface Shriners Club, Noah and Bloodshot. Whiteface Girl Guides for DK and Bloodshot. White Merchants Association for Karen and Bloodshot. Jabberwocky, Noah because we need more secrets and Loa gotta stick together. I'm pretty sure that these are all real groups from the town of Whiteface. Somebody's Googling like I was. Chat, for Noah, please no more of that. Whatever you did, I need to scrub my brain. Hashtag Livewire. Rage Cage, Punk, Mambo, and I are busy in Vegas, so there's a little something for the newest and best member of the group, Rin. Also, your shirt is great. Whiteface Rotary Club, Rin and Bloodshot. Rabid Wombat 442. Wow, it's just like Rook now. I wonder what Generation Zero would think.
Oh.
Nothing, sadly.
Nope, they wouldn't.
Erzlin, Noah for her Loa, Livewire. Supalot, DK and Divinity, late to the party, hope the town's okay. Toyo Harada for Rin and Bloodshot. KB Tibbs, Iffy, your album is hilarious. Time for DK to get hard. By the way, guys, we don't say this enough. I know we've been posting about it and stuff, but Iffy's got a comedy album on iTunes right now.
Yeah,
Go
so
get it.
funny.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a fun ride.
Yeah. 3 more we got here. Uber Baldy, okay, let's finish off the DK Dice and send Bloodshade to kick some Omen ass. Also, I wonder if I can order Durian on Amazon for no reason. Don't you fucking do it. I do know that I can order live ladybugs by the thousands on Amazon. I need to find that Durian soda.
Oh, jeez.
Just durian
Keep
candy.
it frozen.
It's not
Front
that bad.
noise for Noah and Livewire. And the purple hand, no Quios, just lead narrator, plot points, Livewire. So, guys.
That was a lot of tips.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was a lot of
Thank you,
tips.
guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for your support. Lucas, who are our winners? What's that? Hey,
Lumpia?
Poopiant? Poopiant?
he's not even gonna try.
Okay,
Cool.
You know you was.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. And who won the NPC for next week?
Classy Clandor.
Landor.
that
Classic
is-
Landor. Commander Rex is still alive.
Yeah.
He should
I
have
wanted
died.
to take him out, trust me.
I really wanted his name to be Commander Randall.
I couldn't. It was an NPC giveaway, but I saw the R and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Classy Clandor with the NPC next week, so congratulations and thank you guys so much. We will be back tomorrow for more crazy content on Hyper RPG, starting off with Shy Guy Express playing some Nintendo games for you all, and then Acquisitions Inc. from Penny Arcade up in Seattle with us, doing the C Team, and then after that we've got the Gauntlet, which is always a ton of fun, and on Friday we've got, of course, a full day of craziness with some board games starting off the day, and then we've got Death from Above, our Battletech RPG with custom 3D printed mechs that fight on a giant battlefield, and it's a big space opera, and it's cool. And then we go to another space opera for Star Wars RPG. And then Saturday, mark your fucking calendars, we've got 12 hours of absolutely bonkers shit. It's going to be noon on Saturday all the way to midnight. We're going to be doing a Pacific Rim RPG. We're going to be doing a Super Mario RPG. Where, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and tell them because they should be excited about it. They should be fucking excited about this. The goal of the RPG is to save Mario, who's been captured, and all the princesses have to come together and save Mario. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a blast. It's GM by Hector, and we've got a bunch of wonderful women that are coming on to join us for that one. And then we're
Is
going
he shirtless?
Is Hector
With
shirt?
nipples.
Oh.
Is Mario?
Mario shirtless.
To be determined.
TBD.
True.
And then we're going to be doing a Kickstarter board game about politics up in Seattle, and we're also going to be doing Jim Stewart Allen's Oregon Trail RPG, which is freaking crazy every time we do it. We're also going to be doing a live script reading of the unreleased Roger Corman Fantastic Four film, which is going to be hilarious, and I'm really excited about that. And then we're also doing our monthly.
I am not. It was never officially released.
It was never officially
I got in a
released.
fight with Chad about it. Not a fight, but I was talking with Chad about it today.
I've seen it.
I have heard it is something. But yes, somebody in chat did confirm for me that it was produced, but it was never officially
Nope,
released.
never officially
it
released.
does exist in bootleg form.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we found the script.
Hey.
It's going to be exciting. And then to end it all off, we've got the amazing Hyper Sketch, our monthly show that is literally a Saturday Night Live for Twitch. We produce this every month. We come together with a lot of our comedian friends. We make custom sketches. We do live sketches. We do video sketches. We have a host. It's going to be a ton of fun. You don't want to miss it. There's literally nothing else like it on Twitch. So you're going to want to be here all day Saturday. Mark your calendar. It's going to be stupid fun. I'm pretty sure Matt's looking for costumes as well. So it'll be a good time. So thank you guys so much.
Yay!
Bye.